Chapter 391. Lin Rei's departure did not affect the image of the Xuanzong sect much. Jian Feng and Zhu Chenxi were busy with their own duties, while the others were busy with their own affairs. As for Jian Wudi and Zhu Tiantong, after knowing that Lin Rei had left, they stayed for a few days and then left separately. However, Jian Lian insisted on staying, so Jian Feng had no choice but to report it to Jin Ling. Jin Ling certainly agreed to such a thing. Therefore, Jian Lian lived in Lin Rei's space legitimately. Jing Xiao and Wan Yun Duo did not. They stayed in Tianqiong Xuanzong sect. It seemed that they had no intention of leaving. Regarding this, no one could do anything about it. After all, they could not drive them away. Therefore, in the end, Jing Xiao and Wan Yun Duo stayed in Xuanzong sect. As for Jin Ling, after knowing that her husband had left alone, she was angry for a long time. However, although she was angry, she did not neglect the task given to her by Lin Rei. Everything was back to normal. All the disciples had learned their lesson from this incident. All the disciples had to go to the mission hall to accept tasks every day, and then receive cultivation resources for a period of time. Everyone was the same. Whether they were personal disciples or others, the treatment was the same. There was no special treatment. If they did not work, they would not get anything. This was the rule set by Lin Rei. Therefore, all of them had to abide by it. In the immortal realm, the news of the Xuanzong sect spread for a while. Then, it faded out of people's sight. However, in the eyes of all the sects in the immortal realm, the Xuanzong sect was a place that they could not go to. Because they had seen the Xuanzong sect killing people and the strength of the Xuanzong sect with their own eyes. However, the higher-ups of all the sects were very attentive at this time. At the same time, they were also very afraid. At the edge of the central region. At this time, Lin Rei, who had left the sect, had arrived at the central region. I didn't expect the immortal spiritual qi to be so dense when we just entered the central region. However, it's a good thing that our sect is in the Sky Dome. Otherwise, I would really want to move our sect here. At this moment, the two immortal emperors who followed Lin Rei out nodded after hearing Lin Rei's words and didn't do anything else. Regarding this, Lin Rei felt very helpless. At the same time, there was nothing he could do. Who asked him to make the wrong choice? He had chosen two taciturn people. After a month, Lin Rei kept on inquiring about where the elves lived. Finally, at a tavern called Heavenly Origin, he found out that the elves lived in the westernmost part of the central region, the Elven Forest. The Fairy Forest was a forbidden area in the west of the central region. Apart from those who knew the fairy clan and their own clansmen, anyone who entered would die. No one was an exception. The entire celestial realm was helpless about this. At the beginning, there were some restaurants and places to stay. However, later on, not to mention restaurants, there was nothing left. It was a miserable life. Finally, after a month, Lin Rei set foot in the central region. Let's go and see if there's a city or something in front. I haven't eaten meat and drank wine for a long time. My mouth is about to explode. At this moment, Lin Rei looked at the lush forest around him. For a moment, he pulled himself together and walked forward quickly for the sake of drinking wine and eating meat. At the same time, he kept complaining about the boredom of the journey. Behind him, the two immortal emperors who followed him felt very helpless when they heard the words of their own sect. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Three sounds broke through the air. Lin Rei and the two immortal emperors instantly disappeared on the spot. There was no need to doubt Lin Rei's speed. After flying for a while, a medium-sized city appeared in front of Lin Rei's eyes. For a moment, his face lit up with joy. I knew it. No matter what, the central region was still a vast land with abundant resources. How could there be no cities? In an instant, after seeing the city, Lin Rei's wine worm in his stomach could no longer hold back. Let's go, let's enter the city. After deciding to enter the city, he found a deserted place and landed on the ground. Then, he brought his followers to the city gate tower. When he looked up at the signboard above his head, the three words Dawn Moon City entered his eyes. Dawn Moon City, this name is simply amazing. Then, he led them into the city. Along the way, there were no obstructions. Regarding this, Lin Rei was very gratified. At least, it was not like the previous few cities. They had to wait for him to show his strength before they were willing to let him pass. Lin Rei thought that there were not many people in this borderland. However, Lin Rei was wrong. The moment he entered the city, Lin Rei was stunned. There were not many people in this place. In fact, there were many people. There were so many that Lin Li almost couldn't believe his eyes. However, although there were people, everyone's faces were filled with pain and helplessness. There were even women who were sitting on the roadside, tears streaming down their faces. Lin Rei was even more confused by this scene. Every place in the immortal realm had its own customs. Therefore, Lin Rei divided this scene into different customs and did not pay much attention to it. Instead, he walked forward and looked for a restaurant. This was the only reason he came here. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. This is... Suddenly, a gust of cold wind blew. Lin Rei felt a trace of strangeness. At the same time, it made Lin Rei feel a strong interest in this place. Haha, it seems that you're not bad. You can actually feel what that thing is. You're really worthy of being trained by my little dragon. Not bad, not bad. Just when Lin Rei was still not sure, the little dragon's voice came. Suddenly, Lin Rei realized his previous imagination. Suddenly, his eyes widened. He looked as if he could not believe it. Could not believe it. How is this possible? This is the immortal realm. How can there be devil chi? Moreover, there seems to be something strange here. At this moment, Lin Rei knew that his doubts could only be explained by the system's little dragon. Therefore, Lin Rei did not argue and ask directly. However, even if Lin Rei asked, the little dragon might not necessarily submit. Sure enough, the little dragon's answer made Lin Rei want to beat someone up. I can't tell you the whole story. I can only say that this is devil chi. You guessed it right. But other than that, you'll have to investigate the rest by yourself. The moment it finished speaking, the little dragon's voice disappeared. Lin Rei stood there in a daze, thinking. His eyebrows were tightly knitted, and he did not look very good. In response, the two celestial emperors behind him hurried forward and asked in a concerned tone, "Young master, what's troubling you? Can you tell us? We might be able to help you." Hearing the two's words, Lin Li woke up from his own world and said with a worried expression, "Just now, I felt a trace of demonic energy." What? Devil chi? Chapter 392. Yes, that's right. It's the demonic chi. I can still distinguish it. So we have to stay here for a few more days. Maybe we can meet something interesting. Listening to their master's words, the two immortal emperors' faces showed a dignified expression, as if something bad was going to happen. Suddenly, Lin Rei also became nervous. At first, he was not nervous, but the atmosphere became more and more tense. Lin Rei did not know what to do. Hey, I say, enough. Isn't it just the demonic chi? What's the big deal? Look at you all making a fuss about nothing. At this time, Lin Rei did not understand. Wasn't it just the demonic chi in the immortal realm? What's the big deal? He also had the demonic chi. He did not feel that there was anything wrong. Alas, young master, I'm afraid you still don't know the whole story. Let's find a place and sit down. We will tell you the ins and outs of this matter slowly. As he spoke, Lin Li began to walk forward. Naturally, the other two followed behind him. Soon, Lin Rei came to his family's restaurant, the Dawn Moon restaurant. The restaurant was quite big, but there was no one. Moreover, there was a group of people who looked like thugs at the door. Looking at the people at the door, Lin Rei did not care. He lifted his foot and wanted to go inside. However, when he reached the door, he was stopped by a group of thugs behind the door. Hey, are you all blind? Our young master is eating inside. You all want to go in? Do you want to be killed? Ha! The words of the thugs stabbed Lin Rei's heart. They touched the reverse scale that he had always wanted to protect. Therefore, for the group of people in front of him, they were already on Lin Rei's death list. Oh, who is your young master? I don't know him, and I don't want to know him. Hurry up and get out of my way, otherwise. At this point, a vicious glint flashed in his eyes. All the thugs guarding the door trembled and immediately went over. Plop, 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 they all fell to the ground. Suddenly, this scene attracted the attention of the surrounding people. Child, hurry up and leave. The person inside is the young master of the Bai family, one of the three great families in Xiaoya City. He's not someone to be trifled with. You're still young. Hurry up and leave. Perhaps you'll still have a chance. At this moment, a guard came forward and tried to dissuade Lin Rei. However, what puzzled Lin Rei was that no matter how domineering the people inside were, it wasn't to the extent that everyone would be afraid of them. Sensing that something was wrong, Lin Rei couldn't help but ask the old man in front of him curiously, "Excuse me, why are you so afraid of the people inside? Even the three great clans wouldn't be so afraid." Run. As soon as he finished speaking, the surrounding people acted as if Lin Rei's words were a curse. She hurriedly ran over while screaming. Seeing this, Lin Rei felt helpless. He didn't expect the three families to be so crazy. Alas! The three big clans have been here for thousands of years. Our city has always been under the control of the three big clans. They kill, burn, rape, and plunder. There's nothing they won't do. However, if they see a beautiful girl in the city, they will kidnap her or threaten her family to send her to them. Otherwise, their whole family will die. At this time, after hearing the old man's words, Lin Rei was extremely angry. Not only Lin Rei, but also the two celestial emperors. They had never seen such a thing. It was simply too crazy. It was hard to believe that such a thing could happen in this world. Alas! It's been thousands of years. We've given up. Moreover, I heard that the Bai family is a branch of the Bai family in the central region. Therefore, I hope that all the people who come here will leave after hearing the news. No one dares to ask about this matter. Finally, the old man finished talking about the things in his heart. His whole body relaxed a lot. It was a good thing to speak out the words that had been in his heart for many years. Otherwise, sooner or later, he would be suffocated. Okay, don't worry. Everything will be fine. At this moment, Lin Rei could only comfort the old man. As for the three families, they had been blacklisted in Lin Rei's heart. It was only a matter of time before they were exterminated. Dong dong. Dong dong. Suddenly, there was a sound of stairs. At this moment, after hearing the sound, the old man trembled violently. His face was full of fear. At this time, after a middle-aged man came down the stairs, his body was swaying. It was obvious that he was drunk. You bunch of ants, eating at the same table as this young master in a restaurant really disgusts this young master to death. Hurry up and get out of this young master's sight. Otherwise your whole family will die. The men will die, and the women, will be XXX. Hearing that person's words, Lin Rei's lips curled up slightly. A trace of an evil smile appeared on his face, and his killing intent leaked out uncontrollably. Those who touch my reverse scale will die. Yes, I understand, young master. As soon as Lin Rei finished speaking, an immortal emperor next to him understood tacitly. He stood up and walked towards the young master of the so-called family. Bam! Crack! Ah! The sound of bones breaking came from the middle-aged man's arm, accompanied by a scream. Suddenly, the middle-aged man sobered up. You! Who are you? Don't you know that I'm the eldest son of the Bai family in Xiaoya City? You! Bam! Crack! Another sound of bones breaking. The middle-aged man who claimed to be the young master of the Bai family immediately shut his mouth. Bam! Crack! Plop! The middle-aged man knelt down in front of Lin Rei. At this moment, the middle-aged man couldn't help but threaten him. News. I'm the son of Bai Xiaoxiong, the head of the Bai family. Moreover, our Bai family is a branch of the Bai family in the central region. Aren't you afraid that the Bai family... Bam! Crack! Bam's legs were broken by the immortal emperors brought by Lin Rei. At this moment, Bam knew that he had met a tough opponent today. News. If you let me go, we'll call it even. I won't report you, as long as you let me go. At this moment, Bam, who was forced to kneel on the ground, began to admit defeat. However, this was simply a joke to Lin Rei. Coming. Suddenly, a voice broke the high imitation. The young man who had entered the back of the bar came back with a plate of fragrant meat in his hand. However, the moment he saw Bai Inzi, the plate fell to the ground with a clang. The meat on the plate fell to the ground. Immediately, the young man was so frightened that he knelt on the ground and begged for mercy. Yang Young master, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. It's all. Hee hee, well, it's okay. You can go and get more. Lin Rei felt helpless about the young man's actions. It seemed that the young man was used to being curious. Therefore, Lin Rei didn't say anything more and let him leave. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, young master. Chapter 393. After the waiter left, Lin Rei turned his attention to Bai Yin, who was kneeling on the ground. Lin Rei wanted to slap him to death. However, Lin Rei did not do so because he had a better idea. Lin Rei had a better idea. Stubborn old man, don't you hate him? Today, I'll make the decision for you. You can vent your anger however you want. You can even kill him. The old man was moved by Lin Rei's words. However, when he thought that the person in front of him would leave sooner or later, he did not move. Instead, he sat on the ground obediently. The fear in his eyes was self-evident. Looking at the old man who hadn't made a move yet, Lin Li pondered for a moment, then quickly understood what was going on. Wang Kuei, go and capture everyone in this so-called Bai family. Remember all of them. Don't hurt them. Bring them all to the restaurant. Yes, young master. Hearing Lin Li's order, Wang Kuei hurriedly stood up and responded with a face full of excitement. When his companion had taught Silver a lesson, he had already lost control. Now that he had received the order, how could he not be excited? He was more than happy to make this trip to deal with such a lowly creature. As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Kuei disappeared from everyone's sight. Everyone who saw this scene was stunned. Especially when he heard Lin Rei say that he wanted to capture everyone in the Bai family and bring them to the restaurant. The old man thought that he had heard wrongly. The moment Wang Kuei disappeared, he thought that maybe it was true. However, the old man didn't have much hope. However, Bai Yin, who was kneeling on the ground, didn't think the same way. When he saw Wang Kuei disappear, he felt that something was wrong. A bad feeling rushed to his head. At this moment, Wang Kuei arrived in the sky above a big house in the center of Xiaoye City. He released his divine sense and immediately, all the people and things in the Bai family appeared in his mind. This included the place hundreds of miles underground. He did not even let go of a corner. At this moment, there were more than 100 people in the Bai family. The most powerful cultivator was a golden immortal of the great all-embracing heaven. Wang Kuei's lips curled into a disdainful smile. Sigh, to be able to dominate a city with this level of cultivation, I'm really drunk. Without wasting any time, his body disappeared in the air and instantly rushed into the Bai clan. With immortal Emperor Wang Kuei's strength, it was simply too easy to annihilate them. In less than a minute, the 100+ people were all suspended in the air by his immortal chi. Senior, may I have offended you? At this moment, a middle-aged man wrapped in immortal chi asked Wang Kuei with a puzzled expression. In the end, it ended helplessly, but the speaker didn't give up. Senior, I'm Bai Xiaoxiong from the Bai family, a branch of the Bai family in the central region. Could you please? You're too talkative. If you dare to say another word, I'll kill all of you right here and now. Everyone in the Bai clan, including the head of the Bai clan, immediately shut their mouths. They didn't even dare to breathe loudly, for fear that they would provoke this person and be killed. In less than 3 minutes, Wang Kuei led the Bai clan into the restaurant. Fortunately, the restaurant was big enough. Otherwise, it might be able to accommodate them. Reporting to young master, 121 members of the Bai clan, including the 122 members, are all here, except for the bastards. Well done. After hearing Wang Kuei's report, Lin Rei nodded. However, the other immortal emperor beside him, Wang Wen, didn't look happy. If it were me, it wouldn't take so long to complete it. You! Looking at the two people bickering, Lin Rei was dumbfounded. This was obviously very interesting, but why didn't they even say a word on the way here? Lin Rei felt helpless about this. Alright, stop messing around. After saying this to them, Lin Rei turned to the Bai clan. Looking at the old and young, including children and women, he looked at them expressionlessly. Stubborn old man, if you want to vent your anger, just vent it. Vent it however you want. There's no need to think too much. They won't retaliate. Boom. Lin Rei released the pressure of an early-stage immortal lord instantly. Over 100 members of the Bai clan were crushed by the pressure released by Lin Rei and fell to the ground. How did this happen? When did so many powerful beings appear in the waning moon city? How? Looking at Lin Rei and the others, Bai Xiaoxiong didn't know if he should call it unfortunate or unlucky. In short, he knew that his family couldn't escape this calamity. They should know that they had to hand over their men to the city. Otherwise, the consequences would be unimaginable. Thank you. Thank you, young master. Looking at this scene, Bai Xiaoxiong believed it completely. He smiled brightly and tears flowed out of his eyes. This wasn't fear, but excitement. He was too excited. He had imagined this scene countless times in his mind, and today, it finally came true. It's nothing. I'm very grateful to you for speaking up for justice before. Lin Rei had a good impression of the old man, so he did these things. However, he couldn't bear to see a group of practitioners bullying some ordinary people. Therefore, there was no need for the old man to thank him at all. After thanking him, the old man stood up and came to Bai Xiaoxiong, whose limbs were broken. The hatred on his face made him look ferocious. Like a wild beast, he bit Bai Xiaoxiong. Ah! A scream came out of Bai Xiaoxiong's mouth. At this time, a piece of flesh was bitten off from Bai Xiaoxiong's shoulder. His mouth was full of blood, which was terrifying. Even Lin Rei, who killed people without blinking, felt a cold wind blowing on his back. Ah! My son! My son! At this time, Bai Xiaoxiong, who was lying behind, saw that his son was hurt like this. For a moment, he began to struggle. However, for a golden immortal of the great all-embracing heaven, how could he break free from Lin Rei, who was an immortal lord? Slap, slap, slap. Suddenly, there was a series of slapping sounds. At this moment, the old man began to go crazy. He held Bai Xiaoxiong's face and slapped him again and again. As he slapped, he said with conviction, "Devil, you are all devils. Why did you come to my Xiaoye city? Why did you treat my people as beasts? Why did you give my daughter to you, you devil, you bastard?" The old man's words were not particularly loud. However, as a cultivator, how could Linli not hear them? Seeing the look on the old man's face, Linli did nothing to stop him. Even if the members of the Bai family were to be cut into 1,000 pieces, they would not be able to endure even 1/10,000th of the pain. As for Bai Xiaoxiong, he struggled on the ground as if he had gone crazy. However, in the end it was still useless. He could only waste his strength. Young master, can I also?" At this time, a weak and almost inaudible voice came into his ears. After hearing it, Lin Rei turned around and saw that it was the young man at the bar. Seeing the look on his face, Linli immediately knew what he was thinking. "Go." "Yes, thank you, young master." In an instant, the young man at the bar rushed up and began to madly retaliate. Lin Rei had no sympathy for this situation. Go and tie up all the people of the other two families. Seal their cultivation and throw them in a wide place. All the people of Xiaoye City who have been wronged will go there to vent their hatred. It's up to them whether they want to kill or scrape." At this time, looking at the young man and the young man, Lin Rei knew that the other two families were not so good. Therefore, Lin Rei made up his mind to help Xiaoye City. "Yes, young master, we obey." Whoosh, whoosh. After receiving the order, the two left Lin Rei's side and went to do the task given by Lin Rei. Xiaoye City would always remember this day in the future. It was the day when Xiaoye City broke away from the past. Today was the turning point for Xiaoye City. As for the person who had done them the greatest kindness, it was Linli who had helped them. In their hearts, aside from Linli, they didn't recognize anyone else. Linli was quite certain of Wang Kuei and Wang Wen's ability to get things done. Thus, not long afterwards, all of the people of Dawn Moon City gathered in an empty area in the eastern part of the city. Chapter 394. Plap. At this moment, the flaming tiger suddenly appeared and threw the stubborn old man and the young man to the ground. Their faces were full of shock and fear, and their legs were trembling. Cold sweat overflowed from their foreheads and flowed down freely, drenching their clothes. His entire body was plastered to the two of them. Seeing this, Linley couldn't help but feel panic for them. Hee hee, okay, don't be afraid. It's my mount. It won't hurt you. Looking at the red flaming tiger that he had not summoned for a long time, its cultivation had already reached the golden immortal realm. He had to admit that it was very hard-working. Humph, master, you haven't looked for me for a long time. I thought you had forgotten about me. At this time, after eating the people of the Bai family, the flaming tiger turned around and complained to Lin Rei. Its eyes were full of pity. Suddenly, Lin Rei felt guilty. At this moment, the flaming tiger's body wasn't very big. It was about the size of the restaurant, which was just right. Seeing this, Linley hurriedly made it smaller, so small that it wouldn't affect others. Oh no, how could I forget about you? I was so busy recently that I forgot about you. Okay, come quickly. You just ate so much. Be careful of malnutrition. Whoosh. Hearing Lin Rei's call, the flaming tiger came directly to Lin Rei's side. Then, it crawled under Lin Rei's feet and wanted to lick Lin Rei's ankle. Don't. I just ate so many people. The innermost part is full of flesh. If you lick me like this, I'll have to change my clothes. Knowing little tiger's habit, Lin Rei quickly stopped it. He did not want to change his clothes for no reason. Fine now. After saying this, it lay on the ground, speechless. At this time, the stubborn old man and the young man stood up from the ground. They were very respectful, and their faces were full of awe. Hee hee, that's enough. Just take it that I'm still the person you wanted to remind. Also, hurry up and serve the dishes. No one will disturb us now. Looking at Old Stubborn and Old Stubborn, Linley said something to the two of them. Old Stubborn obediently sat down, while the young man at the bar, upon hearing Linley's words, walked in with an awkward look on his face. At the same time, he muttered in his heart, This ground is covered in blood, and he killed so many people before. How can he eat this? He didn't feel it when he was killing people, but now that he thought about it, his stomach began to churn, and the urge to vomit grew stronger and stronger. In the end, he couldn't help but vomit at the back of the restaurant. Lin Rei was very clear about the actions of the bartender. Seeing this situation, Lin Rei just smiled and didn't say anything. Young master, thank you for helping our Waning Moon City deal with the 3 great clans. We will forever remember this kindness in our hearts. We will also tell our future generations to remember young master's saving grace. Listening to Old Stubborn's thanks, Lin Rei was already tired of hearing it. He quickly stopped him and said, Alas! I already said no need, and you're still like this. If you continue like this, I will leave immediately. Saving you was just a coincidence. Besides, this kind of thing any cultivator would do it. So no need to thank me. At this point, Old Stubborn didn't say any more words of thanks. He already treated Lin Rei's orders as his own life. Right, I don't understand. Born in the immortal world, even if they are not particularly powerful, they should have cultivation. Why is it that in this Waning Moon City, only the 3 great clans have cultivators, and the others? After entering Waning Moon City, Lin Rei found that basically all the people here were ordinary people. They didn't have any cultivation, and they didn't even have a trace of spiritual root. However, only the 3 great clans had cultivators, which made Lin Rei very puzzled. Lin Rei still had a good understanding of the immortal world. In the immortal world, even if an ordinary person was born with spiritual root and spiritual root, Lin Rei's understanding of this place was very different. Of course, although Lin Rei knew that there were ordinary people in the immortal world, and there were quite a few of them, to say that this city was full of ordinary people, and only the 3 great clans were cultivators, Lin Rei found it hard to believe. At the same time, it also didn't make sense. Alas! Old Stubborn, who was sitting next to him, was also very puzzled after hearing Lin Rei's question. However, he still told him the problem here. Young master, there's something you don't know. Old Stubborn's face was full of sadness as he said, All of us here are ordinary people, and the 3 great clans were all established when they moved in from the outside world. The natives of Waning Moon City, who were born and raised here, don't have any spiritual root or spiritual root at birth. They don't have it at birth? Lin Rei asked doubtfully towards Old Stubborn's words. It was reasonable to say that ordinary people would have a trace of spiritual root at birth, not to mention spiritual root, which should be formed in the mother's womb. However, Old Stubborn was very different from Lin Rei's understanding. Looking at Lin Rei's doubtful face, Old Stubborn knew that he didn't believe it, so he explained, "It's true. I don't know why, but we've been like this for thousands of years. I heard from the old ancestors that many strong people had appeared here before, but thousands of years ago, it became like this. Our spiritual root and spiritual root were all stripped away, as if we were cursed. Regarding this, all the people of Waning Moon City are very helpless. Moreover, we've also asked a few experts to take a look, but they didn't know the reason either." Listening to Old Stubborn's explanation, in addition to Old Stubborn's serious face, Lin Rei knew that this matter should be true. However, Lin Rei still couldn't understand. There were tens of thousands of people in the city. How could there not be a single person with spiritual root? Even if they didn't have spiritual root, having spiritual root was also fine, but there wasn't a single one here. As the saying goes, there must be a demon when things are abnormal. Inside, there must be something fishy that Lin Rei didn't know, but Lin Rei still didn't know. AI, alright. At this point, Lin Rei didn't have any more questions to ask. It had been like this for thousands of years. Perhaps it was really like what Old Stubborn said. It was possible that there was some kind of curse here. If that really was the case, then Linley really wouldn't be able to help even if he wanted to. If it was just a minor illness, Linley might be able to cure it. But Linley had never heard of a curse before. "We greet Sect Master. Your task has been completed. At this moment, there are no cultivators left in Waning Moon City except for us. The 3 clans have all been destroyed." Suddenly, a quiet voice appeared, startling Old Stubborn, who was sitting on his seat and causing him to fall down from his seat. The big movement made Lin Rei want to laugh, but he was too embarrassed to do so. "Haha, alright, you guys also sit down, I understand." While Lin Rei and Old Stubborn were talking, the young man at the bar had already served the dishes one after another. There were dishes and wine. Looking at the dishes on the table, Lin Rei couldn't help but eat. At this moment, Lin Rei didn't have the image of a master from before. Even Wang Kuei and Wang Wen were the same. They didn't have the demeanor and elegance of an immortal emperor. The way they ate was extremely ugly. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host for completing the hidden task of destroying the 3 clans in Waning Moon City. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Heaven-Raising Palm, a mid-grade Zone Realm Palm technique. This palm technique has a total of 3 moves. The first move is the Heaven-Raising Palm, the second move is the Earth-Shaking Palm, and the third move is the God-Destroying Palm. Each move is 3 times as powerful as the previous one. If the level is high enough, it can even destroy the God-Destroying Palm. The sudden happiness made Lin Rei a little unprepared. Lin Rei didn't know that his unintentional action could actually complete the hidden task, and the task reward was a Zone Realm Palm technique. If he learned it, then... Thinking of this, Lin Rei began to fantasize. The large piece of meat and wine in his hand stopped in the air. This action made everyone else stunned. At this time, Lin Rei was like a fool. He stared blankly in front of him and smiled foolishly. For a moment, no one could figure out what was going on. How could he suddenly become like this? There was no advance warning. Damn, what's going on? How did the young master become like this? After seeing Lin Rei's appearance, Wang Kuei panicked and didn't know what to do. Wang Wen was the same as Wang Kuei. Except for panic, he didn't dare to do anything else. They just kept looking at Lin Rei. At this moment, they were not in the mood to eat. Everyone was very worried, including the flaming tiger lying on the ground. However, they didn't know that Lin Rei was in a very good mood at this time. Ding dong, discovered the Heaven-Raising Palm, a mid-grade Zone Realm Palm technique. I don't know if the host wants to learn the first move. Heaven-Raising Palm. Oh, this is too fast. I can learn the first move just like this? At this time, listening to the system's voice, Lin Rei still couldn't believe it. If it was in the past, without a month of reference, Lin Rei wouldn't be able to figure out the way. Now, the system had been upgraded and it was so convenient. Learn it, hurry up. For such a fierce martial technique, Lin Rei couldn't wait. Lin Rei couldn't wait to get a few more of such martial techniques. Hee, this kid, do you think that a Zone Realm Palm technique is a cabbage on the roadside? A few more? You really dare to say that? The little dragon's voice didn't make Lin Rei feel strange. Therefore, the moment the little dragon appeared, Lin Rei didn't feel any discomfort. This was because Lin Rei knew that there were only 3 reasons why the little dragon came out. First, it came out to bicker with him. Second, he was in trouble. Third, it was something he couldn't solve. Of course, the second and third reasons were similar. There was no need to delve into it. Looking at the little dragon's current state, Lin Rei couldn't see why the little dragon came out this time. Ding dong, learning sky-raising palm. Host, please wait. Listening to the system's words, Lin Rei ignored it. After all, it was just an emotionless electronic synthesized voice. However, it wasn't the same for the little dragon. Say it, you didn't come out just to bicker with me, did you? As soon as he said this, a smile appeared on the little dragon's face. However, after the smile, it immediately became serious. It was as if the little dragon's personality had changed. Lin Rei also put away his smile and listened seriously to what the little dragon was going to say next. Weren't you very puzzled as to why the original residents of Xueqi City didn't have any spiritual roots and spirituality? You know? Listening to the little dragon's words, Lin Rei immediately became interested. The little dragon's words were very confident. He even forgot about the sky-raising palm that he was learning. He looked at the little dragon curiously, waiting for his explanation. Oh, actually it's nothing. Didn't you feel a trace of devil chi here before? The more the little dragon spoke, the more puzzled Lin Rei became. What did the people here have to do with devil chi? This was a little too far off. Don't doubt it, kid. This place has been eroded by the devil chi for thousands of years. The reason why no one here has spirituality and spiritual roots is because their ancestors have been eroded by the devil chi for generations. Let me ask you, if that's the case, will their children still have spiritual roots and spirituality? At this moment, the little dragon's words were like an atomic bomb in Lin Rei's mind. This amount of information was a little too much for him to accept. It was too much. Little dragon, are you sure that everyone in Xueqi City has devil chi? Chapter 395. Lin Rei believed the little dragon's words very much, but this matter was too much. This was the immortal realm. A city of people was corroded by the devil chi, but they were still able to survive in the immortal realm. This Lin Rei did not know what to do. Yes, I'm sure. Moreover, they are no longer considered people of the immortal realm. Their ancestors were corroded by the devil chi and then gave birth to them. It can be said that they already belong to the devil clan. And the reason why they can survive in the immortal realm is because they have both the immortal and devil physiques. This is also why they don't have spiritual roots. The little dragon's explanation was very clear. Lin Rei also understood it very well. However, regarding this matter, no one in Xueqi City was aware of it. This really made Lin Rei speechless. Then tell me, why can't others see it? Logically speaking, there are people of the devil clan in the immortal realm. Others should be able to sense it. Why can they survive here for thousands of years? Lin Li was even more confused about this. According to what stubborn old man had said before, he had invited some powerful beings to help them take a look. However, why didn't they dislike this place being corroded by the demonic chi, and instead allowed them to continue living here? Listening to Lin Rei's question, Lin Rei impatiently explained. I don't know about this. I'm only responsible for answering you. You don't need to know the rest. As for what happens next, it's up to you. After speaking, the little dragon did not speak again, leaving Lin Rei alone to make a decision. He did not know what to do. At this moment, the people outside saw Lin Rei like this and could not help but call out, Young master, young master. Lin Rei, who was in deep thought, was awakened by Wang Kuei's voice. After waking up, he realized the previous situation and immediately felt embarrassed. It's nothing. You guys continue to eat. Continue to eat. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei no longer had the mood to eat. When he thought about how the people in the city were all demons, Lin Rei didn't know how to explain it to the stubborn old man. Of course, this kind of information naturally couldn't be spread out. If anyone in the outside world knew about it, they would definitely send people to annihilate them. This was what Lin Rei didn't want to see. Thinking back to the demonic aura he had sensed when he had entered the city, Linley decided that he wanted to find out what exactly this place was for demonic aura to leak out. Logically speaking, the entrance to the demonic realm should be at the border of the Star River. Moreover, it was sealed by a boundary and guarded by powerful cultivators. It should not have been leaked. So why was there demonic chi here? Regarding this, Lin Rei was puzzled. In any case, after entering Dawn Moon City, Lin Rei felt that everything was wrong, but he just couldn't figure out what was wrong. After making up his mind, Lin Rei returned to his senses and continued to eat. The meal was quickly finished. Immediately, he asked the waiter to open 3 rooms for Lin Rei and the others to stay in. At this time, Lin Rei was ready and only waited for the sky to turn dark. At this moment, the people of Dawn Moon City were crazy with joy. After bullying and humiliating them for so long, now that they were free, anyone would hold a banquet for a few months. At this time, they took out all the previous things from house to house, burned them, and replaced them with new things. Everything ended here and had nothing to do with the past. The stubborn old man was also among them. After finishing his meal with Lin Rei, he left and went home. At this time, Dawn Moon City was very lively. Lin Rei, who was sitting in the room of Dawn Moon Restaurant, sat cross-legged and began to close his eyes to rest, waiting for the arrival of night. Then, he looked around to see if there was any place near Dawn Moon City that could leak demonic chi. Soon, the day passed and night fell. But it was strange. Lin Rei had seen all the previous actions in Dawn Moon City. But now, not to mention lively, there was not even a single person in the streets and alleys. It was empty. It was like an empty city. The silence made people a little scared and panicked. Hiss, what's going on? Why is it like this? Maybe it's because of the demonic chi's activity at night. Don't you feel that the demonic chi in your body is beginning to stir? At this moment, the little dragon's voice suddenly came. Lin Rei hurriedly looked inside. Sure enough, the demonic chi of the demonic slash began to stir, as if something was summoning it. F***ck, what should I do? Although Lin Rei was not afraid of all kinds of spiritual chi, he was still a little scared. Looking at Lin Rei's appearance, the little dragon laughed. Its face was full of ridicule for Lin Rei. Suddenly, Lin Rei was unhappy. Okay, it's just a little scared. What's the big deal? While speaking, Lin Rei, who was originally full of righteousness, softened at the end. Hee, there's no need. As long as you release the demonic chi of the demonic slash and feel better, where does this demonic chi come from? Then you can follow it and find out. Remember, the 2 celestial artifacts that are following you can't follow you. They themselves are practicing celestial arts. The demonic chi is corrosive spiritual chi. So, At this point, he believed that even if he did not say it, Lin Rei would know. Okay, I know. After speaking, Lin Rei teleported and arrived on the street. This time, the little dragon did not disappear. Instead, it kept following Lin Rei. Feel with your heart. At the same time, you have to judge according to the direction of the demonic chi in your body. With the little dragon's reminder and Lin Rei's careful study, Lin Rei's divine sense soon sensed that the demonic chi came from the open land in the East City. Hee, not bad, it's fast. Since you found it, let's hurry over. After the little dragon finished speaking, Lin Rei teleported toward the East City. After a while, Lin Rei appeared in the sky above the open land. At this time, Lin Rei saw a very spectacular scene. At this time, a large amount of demonic chi was seeping out from the open land under his feet. The amount was so large that Lin Rei could not believe it. What's going on? Why is there a large amount of demonic chi here? According to what you said, this demonic chi appeared 1,000 years ago. Why is there so much here? Of course, only the little dragon could answer this question full of doubts. However, the little dragon did not give the answer Lin Rei wanted this time. Humph, I've explained everything to you. What are you doing? You're asking for my time again. It's better to go down and see what's going on. Anyway, you already have the strength of an immortal master. Ordinary practitioners can't hurt you. You! Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was furious. He originally thought that the little dragon would help him to the end, but he did not expect it to give up here. Suddenly, Lin Rei was both happy and angry with the little dragon. Okay. If you don't say it, don't tell me I don't know. He was angry, but most of it was because Lin Rei wanted to do so. Otherwise, he would not have come back to this place. With a swoosh, Lin Rei, who had finished speaking, plunged into the ground. The demonic chi was released and wrapped around Lin Rei. Then, Lin Rei slowly found that the demonic chi was thicker and purer as he went down. Lin Rei was even more curious about this. Haha, Lin Rei, if this time is not fake, there should be a devil's den underground. It is a devil's den left behind from ancient times. Moreover, it is a devil's den that has been sealed. However, with the passage of time, the seal became weaker and weaker. 1,000 years ago, a small hole was broken in the seal. That's why it became what it is today. After the little dragon who had followed him felt this aura, his face was full of ecstasy. However, Lin Rei was very puzzled. Lin Rei was very unfamiliar with the Devil's Den. Devil's Den? What is a Devil's Den? Moreover, it is sealed. What seal? A lot of questions were asked. The little dragon did not know which one to answer. However, after thinking about it, he answered according to his own words. Devil's Den is something that exists in both the immortal world and the devil world. Although it is called a devil's den, it is actually a place where there are many devil race and beast race. Generally, after the appearance of a devil's den, as long as a disciple enters the trial, it can be said that it is really rapid. At this point, the little dragon's whole body trembled with excitement. His eyes emitted green light as he looked at Lin Rei. The corner of his mouth revealed an evil smile. Suddenly, Lin Rei felt a cold wind blowing on his back. He had a bad premonition. TSK, how should I put it? Lin Rei, why is your luck so good? Why is it that wherever you go, you will find secret realms, devil's den, all kinds of heaven and earth treasures? At this moment, the little dragon looked at Lin Rei with a strange expression. However, what he said was not wrong. How long has it been since he came to the immortal world? At first, it was the secret realm of the ancient capital. Then it was the Sky Dome. Randomly coming to the most desolate border area, he could come across such a good place for trial. It was hard not to be suspicious. Looking at the little dragon's various expressions, for a moment, Lin Rei felt very uncomfortable. He said to the little dragon in an indifferent tone, "Well, let's not talk about other things. We haven't entered it yet. Who knows if it is empty or not? It is too early to say these things. We will know when we really enter it." After saying that, Lin Rei sped up and rushed down. The devil chi became purer and purer. Not long after, a space appeared in front of Lin Rei. The demonic aura was leaking out from the space he was in. Seeing the dense demonic aura rush out, Lin Li didn't change it. At this moment, in front of him, there was an entrance. Traces of demonic aura were leaking out from that entrance. Damn! It is really a devil's den. However, it doesn't look like the level is very good. There are a lot of good things inside. Do you want to go in and take a look? At this moment, Xiaolong's words caused Lin Li to be somewhat tempted. Lin Li didn't care if he was a devil or an immortal. As long as he could use something that could increase his cultivation, that was enough. Besides, he had the devouring heaven spell. Why would he be afraid? Lin Rei, who was full of hesitation, hesitated for a while. Then, he agreed with a determined look in his eyes. Go in, why not? It is too slow to improve my cultivation now. Maybe I can find a way to break through to the middle stage. If that is the case, it will not be a waste of time to come here. Hee, I knew you would go in. Looking at the little dragon's smile and eyes full of confidence, the two suddenly laughed. Ha ha ha, good, then go in. For the devil's den, which already had an entrance, Lin Rei did not need the little dragon's help at all. Mighty Sky Palm. The first move, Mighty Sky Palm. Suddenly, he used the first move of the Mighty Sky Palm that he had just learned. Suddenly, a shocking palm print appeared, and the pressure was strong. It directly hit the entrance of the devil's den. Bang! Rip! Lin Rei did not need to know that the Grandmaster Realm was worthy of being called a Grandmaster Realm. This palm was not even comparable to the Emperor Realm's best cultivation method. Chapter 396. Lin Li's heavens-raising palm had opened up an entrance that was large enough for him to enter. Boom! Once the opening appeared, the devil chi originally appeared from the palm-sized opening. But now, The opening was as tall as a person. It could be imagined that the devil Chi was not the same as before. Damn, what should I do, little dragon? Looking at the devil Chi squeezing out of the pupa, Lin Rei was dumbfounded for a moment. He did not expect it to be like this. Ha! At this time, the little dragon was at the side, gloating at everything that happened. The smile on his face was unavoidable. Seeing the little dragon's appearance, Lin Rei really wanted to rush up and give him a punch. However, in order to stop the devil Chi from leaking out, Lin Rei could only submit to the little dragon. As the saying goes, those who take advantage of others have soft lips. Since he was asking for help, he had to lower his stance. However, Lin Rei seemed to have forgotten at this moment that he himself was an emperor-level array master. Any array he set up could stop it. Perhaps he was disappointed, or perhaps he did not think of it in his panic. Haha, okay, but it's still the old rules. Hearing Xiaolong's words, Lin Li's face darkened and he rolled his eyes. Then, he nodded in agreement. Okay. In fact, the old rules for the little dragon were exchange points and reputation points. There was nothing else. Ha, seal. Lin Rei did not see how the little dragon learned at all. Suddenly, a golden light was emitted from the little dragon's hand and directly imprinted on the previously broken boundary. The result was obvious. As soon as the seal took effect, all the devil Chi was immediately stopped. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei was relieved. However, what Lin Rei didn't know was that when he broke the seal and the demonic Chi rushed out, Wang Kuei and Wang Wen, who were in the Waning Moon restaurant, felt the shocking demonic Chi. They rushed out of the room and arrived at the source of the demonic Chi. It wasn't just Wang Kuei and his companion, but also cultivators who weren't willing to leave Dawn Moon City. They quickly rushed over when they sensed the demonic Chi. However, when they arrived and were about to investigate, the demonic Chi dissipated as if it had never appeared. F***CK, what's going on? Are you playing with us? At this moment, the two middle-aged men who had arrived from afar spoke in a displeased manner. However, Wang Kuei and Wang Chong, who had arrived before them, prepared to leave when they saw that the demonic Chi had dissipated. Hey, wait! A discordant voice, one that Wang Kuei did not want to hear, rang out. Wang Kuei and the other man immediately stopped. His tone was full of arrogance as he said to Wang Kuei and the other man, "Hey, you two, tell us about the situation here." Hearing their words, Wang Kuei and the other man turned around. One of them looked extremely wretched, while the other had sharp teeth that made people uncomfortable. Wang Kuei immediately lost the urge to talk to them. Without saying a word, Wang Kuei turned around and flew toward the Waning Moon restaurant with Wang Wen. However, there were really people who dared to stop them. "Hey boy, we're disciples of the Bai family in the central region. If you want to live, stop right where you are and don't move or else." "Oh, or else what?" At this moment, Wang Kuei seemed to have heard something very interesting. Hearing their words, Wang Kuei couldn't help but recall that the Bai family in Dawn Moon City had said the same thing today. Then, Wang Kuei and the other man continued to fly forward with disdain. When the people behind them saw that Wang Kuei and the other man didn't listen to their orders and weren't afraid even after mentioning the Bai family, they immediately thought that the other party was just pretending. So, they chased after them and attacked them. "Humph! You refuse a toast only to drink a forfeit. I'm a direct descendant of the Bai family. How dare you treat us like this? Go to hell." With that, the self-proclaimed direct descendant of the Bai family raised his sword and stabbed at Wang Kuei. As the saying goes, if you can fight, try not to force. As Confucius said, if you learn you can practice. If you take a brick, use all your strength, until you're dead. Since the other party attacked, there was no need for Wang Kuei to stay in office. Originally he wanted to let them go, but now with Lin Rei's order, Wang Kuei couldn't bear it anymore. With a whoosh, Wang Kuei disappeared from where he was. When he reappeared, he was behind the two men, each of his hands grabbing one of their necks. He said to them with a murderous look on his face, "People say don't be cheap, but you keep coming here to be cheap. I killed a branch of your Bai family before, but I didn't expect you people to be so shameless. You're forcing a duck to a perch and courting death." "Ah, no." The sudden change caught the two of them off guard, but they already had a chance. When they realized that the situation was not right, they were about to beg for mercy. Gotcha! Wang Kuei exerted force with both hands, and broke the necks of the two men. Then he threw them to the ground. "Let's go." At this time, Wang Wen, who didn't make a move, said to Wang Kuei when he saw that the two of them were dead. Then he disappeared from where he was. Haha. Looking at Wang Wen's action, Wang Kuei smiled and didn't say anything. Then, he teleported and followed. F***CK. What have I been doing for the past few years? Why is it so disgusting? At this time in the demon's den, Lin Rei looked at the rotten things around him and couldn't help but retch. Originally, Lin Rei thought that he wouldn't be able to escape after the little dragon sealed the entrance of the cave. However, after hearing the little dragon's words, he closed his eyes and rushed forward into the demon's den. However, no one expected that the entrance of the demon's den would be a cliff. As expected, Lin Rei fell down directly. Fortunately, Lin Rei's body was strong and the cliff wasn't very high. Therefore, Lin Rei wasn't injured. However, what disgusted Lin Rei was that he fell into a pile of rotten corpses. A viscous liquid was squeezed between Lin Li's palms. Instantly, Lin Li was so disgusted that he rolled his eyes in disgust. If it weren't for the little dragon's call, he probably wouldn't have woken up. Ha ha ha, Lin Rei, I didn't expect you to faint from disgust. I'm really convinced. Ha ha ha. Being ridiculed by the little dragon was unavoidable. Therefore, Lin Rei could only endure it. However, when he thought of how he fell into a pile of rotten corpses, Lin Rei's stomach churned. Fortunately, he didn't eat anything at night. However, Lin Rei was puzzled. This place had been sealed for many years. Why were there still rotten corpses here? Moreover, judging from their appearance and body shape, they were still human. This was what puzzled Lin Rei. Haha, this is nothing. There's devil chi and some other spiritual chi here. Therefore, those who die here won't turn into bones. Instead, they'll turn into zombies or something else. At this time, knowing that Lin Rei was puzzled, the little dragon quickly jumped out and explained to Lin Rei in a tone full of pride. Humph. Looking at the little dragon, Lin Rei snorted coldly and walked into the depths. Along the way, Lin Rei saw a lot of novel things. However, Lin Rei didn't see any of the devil clan species or zombies that the little dragon mentioned. Other than the strong smell of rot, there was nothing else. However, the little dragon who was following at the side also felt very strange. Slowly, as Lin Rei and the little dragon walked deeper and deeper, the little dragon's face became more and more embarrassed. Hiss! Is this really a devil's den without anything? But that shouldn't be the case. If it's empty, why is there still a seal at the entrance of the devil's den? At this time, the little dragon muttered in his heart. Perhaps sometimes, he doubted his own decision. However, soon, the little dragon believed that there was definitely something in these few years. It was just that Lin Rei hadn't discovered it yet. After making up his mind, the little dragon took the lead and walked in front of Lin Rei, leading Lin Rei all the way to the front. However, the deeper they went, the more disappointed Lin Li became. Along the way, it wasn't as dangerous as Xiaolong had described. There wasn't even a single demonic beast or anything else. There wasn't even a single living thing. Slowly, Lin Rei lost confidence in this place. However, seeing the little dragon still persistently walking deeper, for some reason, seeing the little dragon's appearance, Lin Rei also walked down. Oh woo! Suddenly, after walking very deep again, finally, a roar-like sound entered the ears of Lin Rei and the little dragon. In an instant, the little dragon's face showed excitement and joy. In his heart, he confirmed his previous deduction. Hee hee, sure enough there's something. Listening to the beast's roar getting closer and closer, Lin Rei's heart was very depressed. For a moment, Lin Rei really wanted to see that thing immediately and use it to vent his anger. Oh woo! Oh woo! The sound was getting closer and closer. Suddenly, a zombie that he had only seen on TV appeared in front of Lin Rei. Looking at it, Lin Rei was a little dazed. Although he believed in cultivation, he had never seen something like this since he started cultivating. However, the zombie at this time was different from what he imagined. It was not as realistic as it was on TV. On the contrary, it was a little handsome. Damn, Lin Rei, what are you thinking? This is a ferocious zombie. You should be careful. Although it can't hurt you, you must remember that this thing is evil beyond the 6th Tao. You should be careful when dealing with it. Although he knew that this thing could not hurt Lin Rei, he still had to remind him. Okay. Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei felt warm in his heart. He immediately nodded and agreed. In an instant, the martial Emperor Divine Spear appeared in his hand. Swish! A ray of light flashed on the martial Emperor Divine Spear. Looking at the long spear in his hand that had been upgraded to the divine level, he could not help but feel a little excited. Come on, fight with me. Whoosh! Hearing Lin Rei's words, the martial Emperor Divine Spear trembled violently, as if it was responding to his willingness. Well, today, let's fight to our heart's content. With a whoosh, Lin Rei, holding the martial Emperor Divine Spear, disappeared in an instant. When he reappeared, he was already behind the ferocious zombie. Go to hell. Poof! Without any warning, the spear directly pierced through the ferocious zombie's head. Suddenly, an unbearable stench flowed out from the martial Emperor Divine Spear. Lin Rei had never smelled such a stench in his life. Even the rotten corpse's stench was not as bad as this. Awa! Awoo! The ferocious zombie that was thought to be dead was not. In an instant, the ferocious zombie howled twice and escaped from the control of Lin Rei's martial Emperor Divine Spear. It then fled into the depths. Seeing this, Lin Rei was dumbfounded. He did not expect that the thing that was hurt by the divine weapon was still alive and had a hole in its head. Looking at Lin Rei's incredulous expression, the little dragon could not help but comfort him. I told you that it was a ferocious zombie, a species beyond the 6 Tao. You are still so careless. Unless you burn it to ashes, otherwise, TSK. His eyes were filled with terror, fear, worry, and gloominess. His voice was trembling as he spoke, making it difficult for others to hear him clearly. Sect. Sect Master, it's your subordinate's fault. Fault? You want me to let you go just because of a fault? That's too easy for you. Why don't you go to the Dragon Cave and experience it? As soon as these words were spoken, the man kneeling on the ground instantly rolled his eyes and fainted on the ground. Even though he was unconscious, his body was still twitching non-stop. Useless things. If I knew you guys were so useless, I might as well have just killed you. Looking at the unconscious man under the blanket, the middle-aged man wearing the flat imperial crown calmed down a little. All right, wake up. As he spoke, the middle-aged man waved his hand, and a stream of immortal chi left his hand and entered the unconscious man's body. Ah! With a groan, the unconscious man slowly opened his eyes. Then, he seemed to have thought of something, and his eyes suddenly froze. Immediately, he collapsed on the ground again. At this moment, he was even more terrified. I was wrong. Sect Master, please forgive me. Looking at the black-clothed man, the middle-aged man sighed and said, All right, since you didn't find it, then so be it. However, I can give you another chance. If you mess up again, I will let you have a taste of the Dragon Cave. Do you remember? Yes, I remember. Sect Master, please give the order. I will not return until I complete the task. As soon as these words were spoken, the man's face was filled with determination. He stopped moving and listened seriously. Not bad. Now, I want you to go and discuss with a few other fellow Taoists and see how we should deal with this mysterious sect. Originally, it was enough that the immortal world only had 5 major sections. Now that another one has forcefully squeezed in, let them think about it. If they come to a decision, just let them reply to me. Phew! After hearing the sect master's words, the man heaved a sigh of relief. It was as if this task was simple. Yes, I will do it now. I will not disgrace the reputation of the Xueqi sect. You may leave. After speaking, the sect master didn't look at the black-clothed man anymore. He turned around and closed his eyes to think. Whoosh! The black-clothed man gave the order and disappeared from the main hall. At this moment, the sect master of the Xueqi sect, who had his eyes closed, curled his lips into a playful smile. His eyes were filled with disdain. How dare a small Xuanzong sect like you try to break the balance of the immortal realm? What wishful thinking! I will let you know how many eyes this Ma Wangya has. As he spoke, his tone was cold and emotionless. It was as if these people had already given up on love. It was extremely frightening. Humph, let's see how I will let you escape this time. As the saying goes, I give you a chance. Since you don't know how to cherish it, don't blame me. At this moment not too far away, Linley saw a corpse with a large hole in its head lying on the ground. He didn't know what it was doing, but when he saw this monster, he couldn't help but be enraged. He couldn't rely on anyone. Haha, you better be careful. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Ray didn't move. He just stared at him for a long time. Why are you staring at me? Sensing that something was wrong, the little dragon hurriedly asked Lin Ray, who had been staring at him for a long time. His face was filled with questions. I want to see if there is anyone behind you who wants to say something. If something goes wrong and you don't admit it, what should I do then? With a thud sound, as soon as Linley finished speaking, Xiaolong, who had been hovering in midair, fell to the ground. His face was filled with black lines, and he felt utterly helpless. Haha, don't worry. There is nothing else to say. You can go now. After confirming that the little dragon had nothing to say, Lin Ray instantly changed. The martial Emperor Divine spear in his hand exuded the pressure of a divine weapon. A cold light flashed at the tip of the spear. The martial Emperor Divine spear trembled as if it was very happy at this moment. Haha, you are happy when you kill someone. Alas! I really don't know if this is good or bad. After saying that, Lin Ray had already arrived at the corpse lying on the ground. Haha, die for me. Rumble. Linley stretched out his hand, and a blood-red fireball appeared. Spiritually, it pulsed within Linley's palm, as though it was a living creature with intelligence. Sensing the cold, insidious aura beneath its feet, the mirage bloodfire instantly charged upwards. Puff puff. Awoo! Awoo! Suddenly, the sound of burning followed the corpse's painful cry. At this moment, it seemed to form a movement. If someone came out again and heard this sound, they would definitely be horrified and have their hair stand on end. Slowly, the corpse's body was burned bit by the illusory spirit bloodfire until it disappeared. The humiliation in Lin Ray's heart was relieved at this moment. Haha, Lin Ray, are you in a better mood now? Seeing Lin Ray's appearance, the little dragon, who had been in the distance, directly opened Lin Ray's divine thought and said to Lin Ray with a treacherous smile. Looking at the little dragon's appearance and the little dragon's tone, Lin Ray suddenly felt that the situation was a little strange. Moreover, the surrounding aura was also strange. Previously, with the strength of the corpse, why did it not rush to kill him when he approached? With so many points, he had to be careful. Haha, it's too late. After saying this sentence, the little dragon's figure disappeared. When Lin Ray heard the little dragon's words, his previous thoughts were confirmed. In an instant, Lin Ray became vigilant and looked around vigilantly. His sharp eyes swept over every movement in the surroundings. Huff huff, huff huff, huff huff huff. Waves of cold wind blew past his back. The wind was accompanied by a stench that came with the wind. In an instant, the moment he smelled the foul smell, Lin Ray frowned and glanced around. Suddenly, one figure after another appeared in the surroundings. F***CK. I knew it, you're not that kind. As expected, Lin Ray's thoughts came true. Looking at the increasing number of corpses around him, Lin Ray's expression became serious. Although his strength was stronger than the corpses, it was not just one or two corpses. There were at least 100 of them. No matter how powerful a person was, he would be defeated by a group of corpses. Looking at the group of corpses around him, Lin Ray suppressed the foul smell and forced himself to be tough. As the saying goes, even if you lose, don't lose your dignity. At this moment, even if you can't defeat them, you can't lose your momentum. Hee, young man, enjoy this. After killing them, you'll get a good reward. Ding dong. Mission: kill all the corpses in the Devil's Den. Reward: middle stage immortal lord. F***CK. As soon as the little dragon finished speaking, the system issued a mission to Lin Ray. At this moment, even if he did not want to fight, he had to fight to the end. Chapter 398. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that you can't replenish your immortal chi here if you run out. Although you have devil chi in your body, you can't replenish it either. Hence, it's not easy to help you level up. As soon as these words came out, Linley felt completely helpless. A surge of anger welled up in his heart, and his mood was extremely bad. How is this a trap? This is simply a trap. Killing zombies is one thing, but why can't I replenish my energy? Isn't this the same as letting me fight them hand to hand? When he thought of this, the hairs on Linley's body stood on end. At the same time, he was a little worried. Awu awu, standing on the spot, Lin Ray looked at the zombies rushing towards him. Without hesitation, he lifted the martial emperor divine spear and the illusory spirit blood fire appeared at the right time. Like a small snake, it wrapped around the martial emperor divine spear. At this time, the martial emperor divine spear was already incomparably mighty. But now, it was even more demonic and moving. Poof! It pierced the head of the zombie closest to him. In an instant, the illusory spirit blood fire wrapped around it began to burn the zombie's brain. Boom! Lin Ray, who had increased his firepower, burned the zombie to ashes in an instant. But because of this, Linley could sense that even though he was only a demon corpse, he was using up an enormous amount of energy as well. After all, the illusory soul fire was extremely powerful. Activating it consumed a significant amount of energy. If this continued, he was afraid that after 3 days, he would not have any spiritual energy left to activate the illusory spirit blood fire. Feeling the strange seriousness of the situation, Lin Ray's face was as gloomy as water. At the same time his heart sank. Humph, little dragon, you tricked me this time. Let's see if I don't get back at you in the future. I'll let you know that you're courting death. Poof poof. Another critical hit and another 2 zombies left. However, there were hundreds of thousands of zombies around, densely packed like ants. It was a headache. When the F***ck is this going to end? Just like that, Lin Ray began his massacre. Although they were all dead, Lin Ray could still feel his murderous aura gradually increasing after killing them. 1 step killed 1 person, 10 steps killed 10. Basically, Lin Ray could be considered a thief that did not leave empty-handed. Every step he took, a corpse would fall without exception. The prelude to the slaughter had begun, and in the end, it didn't stop. As Lin Ray killed more and more, he didn't feel tired, didn't know whether it was day or night, and didn't even dare to blink. Even Lin Ray had never experienced something like this before. However, at this moment, Lin Ray discovered that the speed at which the zombies were growing was much faster than the speed at which he was killing them. Sensing this scene, Lin Ray's heart had already sunk to the bottom of the valley. His face was so gloomy that it could drip water, and the viciousness in his eyes continued to increase. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. 3 days later, the immortal chi was exhausted, and the illusory spirit blood fire gradually dimmed. At this moment, Lin Ray seemed to have lost his confidence. Looking at the illusory spirit blood fire that was already so weak that it could barely be seen, Linley had completely lost all hope. However, the ground beneath his feet was already filled with corpses, but the corpses around him were still the same as yesterday, or even worse. Haha, husband, you must come back. I'll wait for you at home with the children. Husband, I'll always wait for you. Waiting for you is the happiest thing in my life. Father, look, I'm awesome, right? I've learned everything you told me to do in the jungle. These are the rabbits and pheasants I killed today. Father, I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have left mother and fled back alone. Father? Husband, father. No, I can't give up. I still have a wife and children waiting for me to come home. I can't just die here. Just as Lin Ray decided to give up and wait to be killed, the voices of his wife and children began to appear in his mind. Memories of the peaceful days he spent with his wife and children after he lost his memories kept appearing in his mind. The voices of his wife and children lingered in his ears like a magic spell, making Lin Ray regain his confidence. His strength also emerged, and he was even stronger than before. Humph, prepare to die. Although I don't have the illusory spirit blood fire or the immortal chi, my body is comparable to that of an immortal emperor. The martial emperor godly spear disappeared, and in an instant, a long sword covered in flames appeared in his hand. This long sword was the myriad laws sword that he had obtained from the auction in the crystal-clear water pavilion in ancient capital city. It was just right to restrain the evil things in front of him. Prepare to die. As he spoke, Lin Rei rushed into the crowd of zombies with the sword in his hand. He was as ethereal as an immortal, and he was fearless and indomitable. Relying on the strength of his body, without any cultivation base, he killed the zombies with the sword in his hand. As zombies that had jumped out of the 6 paths and were not in the 5 elements, they were at most in the celestial immortal realm. However, hundreds and thousands of zombies were not a joke. Slash. Suddenly, a blood-red wound appeared in Lin Li's heart. Violet blood flowed out from the wound. Hiss. Feeling the pain in his heart, Lin Rei took a deep breath and quickly raised his spirit to continue fighting. At this moment, Jean Ling, who was in the heavenly palace in the east, was talking to her disciple. Suddenly, she felt a pain in her heart, and an ominous premonition appeared. What's going on? Why does my heart hurt so much? At this moment, Jean Ling's face was pale. Her heart was in pain, and her eyes were full of uncertainty. Not only Jean Ling, but Jean En, who was buying noodles and cultivating, was also the same. His heart ached, and an ominous premonition surged in his heart. Could it be father? Thinking of something, Jean En hurriedly stood up and quickly came to the main hall of the heavenly palace. Seeing his mother's pale face, he strode forward to ask about the situation. Mother, father, he? Speaking of this, Jean Ling secretly nodded to her son, telling him not to make a fuss. Remember, now take a few people to find your father. I feel that your father is in danger now. Although I don't know whether you can find him, you still have to try. At the same time, when you go outside, don't tell others that you are a disciple of the Xuanzong Sect. At this moment, our Xuanzong Sect is the target of the whole immortal realm, so... Well, I remember, mother, I'll go now. Jean En, who understood everything, responded and left the main hall. He found 2 cultivators at the peak of the immortal realm and left. They obeyed the young sect master of the Xuanzong Sect. Seeing her son leave, Jean Ling's pale face recovered a lot, but the panic and worry in her heart did not lessen at all. At this moment, Lin Rei, who they were worried about, was already exhausted, but he still persevered in killing the zombies. The supreme celestial artifact immortal robe on his body was soaked by the stinky blood of the zombies, which was extremely disgusting. However, there was also a good sign. At this time, the number of corpses was gradually decreasing due to his killing. Seeing this, Lin Li revealed a happy smile. Hey, finally, it's almost over. Looking at the few zombies left, Lin Rei mustered up his strength and rushed forward again with the Fire Stream 10,000 Laws sword. Although almost all the zombies were killed, Lin Rei's body was not much better at this moment. His body was covered with wounds. Even if he had a body like a supreme celestial artifact, so what? Under the attack of so many zombies, he was still covered in wounds. Puff, puff, puff. One by one, their heads were chopped off by Lin Rei. In addition, the Fire Stream 10,000 Laws sword had its own flame, so they died not long after their heads were chopped off. Puff. Finally, after half a day, the head of the last zombie was chopped off by Lin Rei. Plop. Regardless of whether the ground was disgusting or not, he directly lay on the ground, closed his eyes and fell into a deep sleep. He didn't even care if there was any danger around him. That was simply instant sleep. Hee, it seems that this time the joke is too big, but fortunately, this difficulty has stopped. This is enough to prove that you are the chosen son of destiny. The little dragon who had disappeared before came out the moment Lin Rei fell into a deep sleep. With a gratified smile on his face, he muttered. But, after this kid wakes up, will he chase me to kill me? Thinking of Lin Rei's temper, he could imagine Lin Rei chasing after him after he woke up. For a moment, the little dragon was frightened by the scene he imagined, and then disappeared. At this moment Lin Rei, who was sleeping soundly, unknowingly began to snore, and the sound was getting louder and louder. Kill, kill, kill. Even though Lin Rei was sleeping soundly, he did not forget the previous scene, and his hands kept waving in the air. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host for completing the mission of strangling the zombies. Complete. Ding dong. Reward received. Upgrade by 1 level. Do you wish to receive? Do you wish to receive? At this moment, the system's voice asked, but how could Lin Rei, who was sleeping soundly, know? Yes. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host for successfully receiving the reward. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host. Do you wish to upgrade now? Do you wish to upgrade? Yes. Lin Rei, who was sleeping soundly, had unknowingly received the reward, and even allowed it to upgrade his cultivation. Ding dong, upgrading the host's cultivation. Please wait a moment. Time passed little by little, and in a short while, a terrifying aura exuded from Lin Rei's body. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for successfully upgrading. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for reaching the middle stage of the immortal monarch realm. I hope you can continue to work hard and create more glory. Chapter 399. Phew. In the Devil's Den, there was no daylight, and no one knew how much time had passed. After a long time, Lin Rei, who was sound asleep, woke up. What a comfortable sleep. At this time, Lin Rei, who was lying on the ground, felt indescribably comfortable and relaxed. The exhaustion brought about by the exhaustion of the immortal qi and the exhaustion of the energy in his body had completely disappeared at this moment. However, the only thing that made Lin Rei uncomfortable was the stench of the corpse under him. This stench made Lin Rei want to die. Lin Rei, who was full of helplessness, quickly stood up. Looking at the mountains of corpses and seas of blood around him, Lin Rei was shocked. He had never thought that he could kill so many corpses. Previously, he wanted to kill them quickly and leave. He didn't expect that during the process, he would kill so many corpses that he couldn't stop. Now that he thought about it, Lin Rei's heart still palpitated. I leveled up? As he sighed with emotion, a wave of energy woke him up immediately. At the same time, he was full of doubts. Before he fainted, he was still at the early stage of the immortal monarch realm. Moreover, his celestial spiritual qi had been exhausted. However, when he woke up, he found that his cultivation had broken through. Lin Rei was very confused about this, but more than that, he was pleasantly surprised. The most reasonable explanation was that the system had given him the reward. Besides this explanation, Lin Rei couldn't think of any other explanation. Looking down at his tattered clothes, Lin Rei frowned and took off his clothes hurriedly when he saw the stench of the corpse's blood. Oh, my money! A good top-grade celestial artifact was destroyed just like that. At this time, looking at his destroyed celestial artifact, Lin Rei wanted to cry but had no tears. He was as distressed as a miser. If Lin Rei's enemies saw this, they would think that they had gone to the wrong place. They wouldn't want to believe that this was their greatest enemy. Well done. Boy, it's only been a few days, and you've recovered completely? Ugh. The little dragon's voice suddenly sounded. Lin Rei didn't know what to say, but Lin Rei could feel that the anger in his body was about to explode, and he wanted to rush forward and F***ck him up. With a murderous gaze, he looked at the little dragon who had caused him so much trouble. He did not say anything and just looked at him coldly, as if he was seeking an explanation from the little dragon. This. Of course, he was well aware of Lin Rei's hatred and murderous intent. Thinking back to the moment when Lin Rei was on the verge of death, the little dragon had nothing to say. Neither of them spoke, but the little dragon could feel that the anger in Lin Rei's heart was gradually increasing. Moreover, it was becoming more and more intense, like a flame that was born with the momentum. He couldn't wait to burn him to ashes. It would be best if there wasn't even a trace of him left. Little dragon, you're really something. Finally, Lin Rei couldn't take it anymore and directly roared. His voice was so cold that the little dragon felt as if his body was frozen. Lin Rei, don't you think that this is a test for you? Look, after this you have to work harder and pay more attention to the strength of your body. This time, you can take it as a warning of danger. Damn you! At this moment, Lin Rei found it hard to believe that the little dragon could be so shameless. Lin Rei wanted to applaud him for being so shameless. Moreover, the little dragon's sophistry made Lin Rei unable to refute, as if all this was for him. You still have the cheek to act shamelessly in front of me. Tell me, why did you trick me before? When I asked you if there was any danger, what did you say? When you said that, you were very certain and sincerely said that there was no danger. Didn't you say that you were trying to kill me? Although I didn't die and leveled up in the end, it doesn't mean that you didn't know that I was tricking me. Lin Rei was the most talkative. He was like a machine gun that couldn't be stopped, blabbering non-stop. At this moment, the little dragon was speechless after listening to Lin Rei's words. He didn't know what to say. Besides, there was nothing much to say. Regarding Lin Rei's complaints, the little dragon didn't say much or express much because this matter was indeed his fault. So, okay, I owe you this time. If there's anything you want me to do in the future, feel free to tell me. I won't hesitate to help you get it done. As soon as these words left his mouth, Lin Li immediately perked up. The resentful look on his face disappeared, and all that was left was happiness and excitement. For the little dragon, this was a huge favor. Others wouldn't be able to return it even if they wanted to. You said that no matter what it is, you'll do it for me? Yes, that's right. The uncertain Lin Rei asked for confirmation, and finally gave the little dragon a definite answer. At this moment, the complaints in Lin Rei's heart about being tricked had disappeared. Even if there were, they would disappear with the passage of time. So this time, not only did Lin Rei not suffer a loss, but he also profited from it. He was grinning from ear to ear. Are you sure you want to keep talking to me like this? The little dragon's voice sounded and Lin Rei couldn't help but look at his own body. In the blink of an eye, it was a day of naked white and clean bodies with wounds occasionally appearing in front of his eyes. F***CK. Why didn't you say so earlier? Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei realized that when he was talking to it previously, he was completely naked. He had taken off his clothes and didn't have time to change them. This time, Lin Rei's face was completely lost. With a slightly red face, Lin Rei felt very embarrassed. He quickly took out a set of top-grade immortal equipment from the system and put it on himself. The drifting cloud set that he had just changed into was completely scrapped. Regarding this, Lin Rei couldn't help but feel heartache. After all, it was a top-grade immortal equipment. Anyone would feel heartache for a while. Even in the outside world's top sects, it was impossible to casually take out a set of top-grade immortal equipment. Scrooge, I really don't know why you are such a person. You value money as much as your life. At this time, Lin Rei's scene was completely seen by the little dragon, and it was immediately disdainful. However, as soon as these words were said, Lin Rei was unwilling and immediately defended himself. You still have the nerve to say that. I am the leader of a sect, and I have tens of thousands of disciples to support. You make it sound so easy. To me, it's a very large amount of resources. It's all money. Tell me, how can I not feel heartache? At this point, Lin Rei's face was full of grievance and pity. It was as if he was the only pitiful person in the world, and everyone else was very rich. Okay. Looking at Lin Rei's appearance, the little dragon was completely speechless. Then, it disappeared from Lin Rei's sight. You're still too inexperienced to fight with me. Looking at the place where the little dragon disappeared, Lin Rei couldn't help but snort in his heart. Everything was over. Looking at the fire stream of 10,000 Law's sword that was still burning underground, Lin Rei was very grateful. If it weren't for it, he would have been here. Bending down, he grabbed the fire stream of 10,000 Law's sword. After wiping it on his hand, he put it into the storage ring. It's over. Since there are so many corpses guarding here, maybe there are even more powerful things inside. However, since there were powerful guards, there must be very precious treasures of heaven and earth. Otherwise, with so many corpses, it was enough to compete with a first-rate sect in the outside world. As the saying goes, fortune is disaster. Danger and opportunity coexist. Similarly, they were proportional. Without saying a word, Lin Rei didn't even look at the surface of this place. Then, he walked deeper into the place. Although he didn't know how many days had passed since he fainted, Lin Rei was relieved when he thought about how Wang Kuei and Wang Wen couldn't act rashly without his orders. However, what Lin Rei didn't know was that when he was in danger, his wife and son also felt it and came out to look for him. But then again, as the saying went, connected by blood, connected by heart, was absolutely true. At this moment, at the intersection between the eastern and central regions, Jean En was leading a group of people in the direction of Lin Li's current location. His face was full of anxiety and at the same time, he was very tired. However, when he thought of the palpitations from before, he didn't dare to stop running. He wanted to make sure that his father was safe. Only then would he dare to go back and tell his mother and not let her worry. Young master, we're sure that this is the right way to go. The sect leader didn't say where he was going, let alone which direction to go. If you go like this, will you? At this time, one of the two people following Lin Rei asked anxiously. He had been running for many days and was very anxious. However, in the end, he couldn't say anything else. Humph, I can feel that my father is in this direction. Don't worry, if we go in this direction, we'll definitely find my father. I'm sure of this. At this moment, Jin En was very sure of his words. At the same time, his face was full of confidence, as if he was right. In fact, Jin En was just putting on a strong front. He looked strong, but he was actually very guilty. He didn't know if he was right, but he would still follow the path he had pointed out. Yes. Yes, we understand. Since Jin En was sure, they had nothing else to say. After all, the person who spoke was the young sect leader of the Xuanzong sect, their master. All right, everyone, let's hurry up. Looking at their expressions, Lin Rei didn't have a chance. He immediately increased his strength and broke through his limit again, rushing towards the central continent. Chapter 400. At this point, Lin Rei was already deep into the demon's den. Other than the wave of corpses he had met earlier, there was nothing else. His journey was smooth sailing and he did not meet with any other dangers. Everything else was the same as before. There was not a single blade of grass, nor was there a single living thing. Other than the dark and eerie aura around him, the only other thing he could sense was the dense demonic aura. F***CK. Damn it! Can't there be some spiritual herbs or elixirs? This place is so bare that I don't even want to look at it anymore. At this point, Lin Rei was extremely dissatisfied with the current state of the demon's den. It was a little boring. In fact, Lin Rei was starting to miss the times he had fought with the corpses. However, what Lin Rei did not know was that the person sent out by Xueqi Sect had already arrived at Sword Sect. In the main hall of Sword Sect, the black-robed man from Xueqi Sect was standing below. The Sword Sect leader, Jian Wudi, who had just returned from Xuanzong Sect, was sitting on the sect leader's seat. His eyes were filled with disdain and contempt. Looking at the black-robed man, he said coldly, "Humph. Someone from Xueqi Sect. Tisk, it's been 1,000 years. We haven't contacted each other for 1,000 years. Why are you here all of a sudden?" Replying to sect leader Jian, "I'm here on the orders of my sect leader to pass on the message of Xueqi Sect." He had heard of Jian Wudi in Xueqi Sect. Jian Wudi was born to be a pain in the ass. Unless he was willing, even if you killed him, he wouldn't care about you at all. Hearing the black-robed man's words, Jian Wudi fell into deep thought. However, the longer he thought about it, the tighter his frown became. His expression became even more unsightly. "My sect leader has said that the 5 major sects are the limit of the immortal world. If another sect were to appear out of nowhere, not only would it break the peace of the immortal world, it would also affect the harmony of the various sects." At this point, even an idiot would be able to understand what the black-robed man was trying to say. To put it bluntly, they wanted to join forces and deal with the additional sects. However, he was no fool when it came to this. If every matter involved the profound sect's strength, he might have easily agreed to it. However, at this moment, furthermore, he still had to be reliable and thorough. Otherwise, if he made a single mistake, it would mean that he would lose everything and be on the verge of collapse. As the sect master of a sect, it was impossible for him to not think about the future of his sect. How should I address you?" Jian Wudi was just about to say something when he realized that he didn't even know the other party's name. By D. Xueqi Sect's Shadow Guard. Jian Wudi sucked in a breath of cold air. His body trembled slightly, his face filled with shock. The Shadow Guard was the most mysterious force in the Xueqi Sect. No one had ever seen them and they never appeared in front of outsiders. Therefore, all the sects wanted to know about the Shadow Guard. However, Jian Wudi didn't expect to see one today. Jian Wudi was certain that the Xueqi Sect was determined to destroy the Xuanzong Sect. Otherwise, the mysterious Shadow Guard wouldn't have made a move. By D, right? Tell me, what does the person from the Xueqi Sect want? What are his conditions? Tell me otherwise this. TSK. You know what I mean. As the saying goes, there's no free lunch in the world. If one wanted to ask for help from his own sect, one had to do something. Only an idiot would help. Sure enough, as soon as these words were spoken, a trace of a smile appeared on the face of the shadow guard called by D. Sect leader Jian is indeed straightforward. I won't hide it then. Then, Bai Di explained the Xueqi sect leader's intentions. My sect leader wants me to be the contact person to contact a few empires and families, as well as a few other sections. Once everything is done and we have an agreement, we will attack the Xian sect in one fell swoop. By then, someone will open up a path for us and we will be able to attack the Xian sect. Jian Wudi, who was sitting at the head of the table, was very excited when he heard Bai Di's words. However, when he heard that someone had opened the light path, Jian Wudi's expression changed. It was obvious that there were spies in the Xuanzong sect. If they really attacked, someone would open the path for them. Jian Wudi was shocked. He didn't expect the Xueqi sect to be so cunning. Jian Wudi couldn't help but feel a chill down his spine. However, the more he thought about it, the more Jian Wudi felt that this matter was very reliable. The 5 sects had already divided the powers of the immortal realm into 5 directions: east, west, north, south, and center. However, the sudden appearance of a new sect could very well disrupt the balance of power in the immortal realm. Furthermore, based on what he had seen in the Xuanzong sect, any cultivator would be tempted by the Xuanzong sect's treasures, let alone Jian Wudi. He wasn't a saint and didn't treat money like dirt. He was also jealous of the many treasures that he had never seen before. All right, I'll accept the Xueqi sect's invitation. When the time comes, let me know and I'll go and help the Xueqi sect. After thinking about it for a long time, Jian Wudi finally agreed. However, when he thought about his son, he couldn't help but feel guilty. Sigh. Son, I've let you down. Although you're the head of the law enforcement department in the Xuanzong sect, you still have to come back to inherit the sword sect. Jian Wudi could only sigh at this point. There was nothing else he could do. All right, thank you for your agreement. I'll go back and report to my sect leader. Go ahead. Whoosh. Listening to the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was reminded of the days when he was on the brink of death and rolling on the edge of life and death. Compared to today's matter, it was nothing. In an instant, Lin Rei once again pulled himself together. His previous intention of retreating disappeared at this moment. Haha, good. Since this is the path I've chosen, no matter how difficult the obstacles ahead are, I'll continue to move forward until there's no way out. At this point, Lin Rei took a step forward and continued to move forward. At this moment, listening to Lin Rei's words, a gratified smile appeared on his face. However, the little dragon was right. The path ahead was really different. Not long after, suddenly, a gust of sword chi rushed out from the depths without warning. Whoosh. Slash. Poof. In an instant, Lin Rei did not notice it even with his reaction and speed. The sword chi cut a wound on his arm, and purple blood slowly flowed down. Instantly, Lin Li was startled. He hurriedly retreated backwards, retreating out of the area where he hadn't been attacked. Phew! At this moment, Lin Rei was still trembling with fear. According to the sword chi from before, if it wasn't his arm, if it was his neck, then he didn't know if he would still be alive at this moment. Moreover, Lin Rei also had some understanding of sword chi. However, the sword chi from before was very pure and powerful, but it wasn't stimulated by cultivation. Lin Rei felt that this was very strange, and at the same time, very curious. It was as if what was emitting the sword chi was something unexpected, or perhaps it was something like the fierce corpse from before. If it weren't for the help of his 5 senses, Lin Rei would have been cut open by the sword chi. Bang! Dang! It could only be said that Lin Rei had dodged the attack by a hair's breadth. However, it was impossible to say that he wasn't injured. Although most of the sword chi was blocked by the Firestream Myriad Law sword, there was still a small part of the sword chi that brushed past his face and hair. There was a very shallow wound on his face. Purple blood flowed out from the wound and a tuft of his hair was cut off. Helplessly, Lin Li could only come to a halt. He didn't want the next time he would be so tactful as to lose consciousness. Little dragon, come out. Although he didn't have a good relationship with the little dragon before, only the little dragon could help him in such a situation. However, when he spoke, it was inevitable that his tone would be a little weak and embarrassed. "What's wrong?" The words came from behind him without any warning. Lin Rei was delighted and quickly turned around with a smile. "Little dragon, it was my fault before. I shouldn't have made you angry. Now, I deeply understand my own mistakes. I..." Hearing Lin Rei's words and seeing Lin Rei's pitiful look, the little dragon rolled its eyes. However, when it heard the last sentence, the little dragon couldn't help but interrupt. All right. Don't say any more. I don't like it when you're like this." Xiaolong's words caused Linli to feel even more embarrassed. However, the problem still had to be solved. Take a look. What exactly is this thing that has been around for the past few years? Why does it have such powerful sword energy?" "Hee, I knew it. You didn't look for me for anything else." As though it had expected this, the moment it heard Lin Rei's words, the little dragon turned around and looked into the depths of the cave. The more it looked, the deeper its frown became. In the end, its expression turned ugly as though it had seen something bad. Lin Rei stood aside and didn't disturb it. However, seeing the little dragon's expression turning uglier, Lin Rei thought that the little dragon didn't have a solution. So that's the case. Linli, who had lost all hope, suddenly heard Xiaolong's laughter. His eyes, which had been filled with despair, now had a glimmer of hope. "How is it? Do you have a solution?" Looking at Lin Rei's anxious tone, the little dragon didn't say it immediately. Instead, it mischievously teased Lin Rei. There is a solution. But you have to beg me." "Ugh." The little dragon's words left Lin Rei speechless. He didn't expect the little dragon to be able to joke at such a tense moment. "I'll beg you if you want me to." At this moment, Lin Rei spoke in a manly and domineering manner. But then, little dragon, I'm begging you. Tell me the solution." Originally, the little dragon admired Lin Rei's bold words. But it didn't expect that its tone would suddenly change. Hearing Lin Rei's unconfident and wretched expression, the little dragon was completely speechless. It touched its forehead helplessly. "Sigh, this guy is finished. It's easy to break the sword chi, but it's also easy to say that it's difficult. However, it's very simple for you, and it's also very beneficial. Who knows, maybe your body will become stronger because of it." Lin Rei was confused by the little dragon's words. He didn't know what the little dragon was talking about. But since the little dragon said so, it meant that it had a way to break the sword aura. "Cut the crap. Hurry up." The impatient Lin Rei directly said what was on his mind. Suddenly, the little dragon revealed a smile after hearing Lin Rei's words. That's more like what you're saying, brat." Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei shuddered and thought, "This guy can't be a masochist, right?" However, this thought flashed through his mind. At this moment, what Lin Rei wanted to hear the most was the method to break the sword aura. You already have the method to break the sword aura, and it's the most powerful one in the world. Although the tyrant body technique was an emperor-level technique, its function was very powerful. It could enhance the strength of its own body with external force. Moreover, its recovery ability was extremely strong. So, at this point, Lin Rei could certainly understand. That was to say, as long as he learned the tyrant body technique and then continued to use the sword aura to enhance his own cultivation speed, he could solve the problem of the sword aura and break through the limits of his body and improve his physical strength. Yes, I already got the tyrant body technique, but I didn't have time to practice it. If what you said is true, maybe this time I can break through to an unimaginable level. Ding dong, discovered the tyrant body technique, emperor-level physical body technique. Would you like to practice it? The situation suddenly appeared. Lin Rei didn't expect that the upgraded system would be so much more useful than before. Yes, I'll learn it. Ding dong, the host's current physical body is a best-grade celestial weapon, but it doesn't live up to its name. After the host has learned the tyrant body technique, he must practice it from the beginning. Otherwise, it can only slow down the host's progress in the future. As soon as the words came out, Lin Rei broke out in a cold sweat. He didn't expect the system to be so thorough. However, when he thought about it carefully, what the system said was right. Okay, I got it. Ding dong, the tyrant body technique is divided into 7 levels. Each level corresponds to a celestial weapon, a spiritual weapon, a precious weapon, an early-stage celestial weapon, and so on. After reaching the best grade celestial weapon, the host has learned the entire tyrant body technique. At that time, the host's physical strength will reach a terrifying number. Even if you meet a celestial emperor, you won't need to use your cultivation. As soon as the words came out, Lin Rei was shocked. Thinking about it, how cool it would be to be able to directly crush a celestial emperor with one's physical strength. Ding dong. Congratulations to the host. You have learned all 7 levels of the tyrant body technique. As long as the host consolidates from the first level, it will be fine. The system's words made Lin Rei feel a little incredulous. He didn't expect to learn the entire tyrant body technique in one go. Thinking about it, he immediately looked at the cultivation method of the first level of the tyrant body technique. The tyrant body technique was to use external forces to refine the body and open up all the major acupoints in the body. Every word and sentence was engraved in his mind. He didn't dare to forget a single word. Okay, Lin Rei, stop dawdling. You've been down here for so long. Remember, your time is very precious. Looking at Lin Rei's silly smile, the little dragon couldn't help but come up the mountain to interrupt Lin Rei's fantasy. Got it. Then, Lin Rei didn't wait for the little dragon to take a step forward. Boom. Slash. This time, Lin Rei didn't use the Fire Stream Universal Sword to block it. Instead, he let the sword chi slash through his body. An opening appeared, but Lin Li didn't pay it any attention. Instead, he continued to walk forward. 1 step. 2 steps. Running. Just like that, after a dozen steps, there was no way to take another step forward. Chapter 402. At this moment, Lin Rei's body was cut by the sword aura, but at the same time, each wound was healing at a slow speed. Moreover, every time he took a step, the sword aura would rush towards him. Moreover, the sword aura seemed to be tireless and endless. It kept washing Lin Rei's body. After the sword aura rushed over again, the wounds would be cut again and again. In this way, Lin Rei did not know how long he persisted. Finally, until the end, Lin Rei's own healing speed unknowingly healed at the moment when the sword aura had just cut him. Lin Rei was very happy with this scene, but Lin Rei was not satisfied. After all, he could feel that this did not even reach the first level of tyrant body technique. Continue. The sword aura here was basically no longer a threat to Lin Rei. Immediately, Lin Rei went deeper again. However, it was different this time. It was completely different from before. The sword aura this time was twice as powerful as before, and the speed was faster than before. Even when Lin Rei opened his 5 senses, there was no way to detect the trajectory of the sword aura or the fluctuation. Puff puff puff. Wounds were formed one after another under the operation of the tyrant body technique. The cycle repeated over and over again. Lin Li basically didn't feel pain anymore. He only knew that whenever the sword chi came, a wound would appear on his body, but it would heal immediately. This phenomenon was the best for Lin Rei. Otherwise, if it hurt every time it was cut, it could be imagined how painful it would be. Lin Rei, who did not know how many days had passed, only knew that he had entered the range of the sword aura and had walked hundreds of steps. However, what made Lin Rei sad was that after walking hundreds of steps, he only practiced the first level of tyrant body technique. Thinking of this, Lin Rei was helpless. However, for the things inside and also for the strength of his own body, Lin Rei had to work harder. Once the first layer was completed, he began to advance quickly. Although it was painful, the effect was still very effective. In the outside world, Bai Di of the Chen Sect had already visited the Sword Sect, the Bai clan, the Huangpu clan, the Tianjing Empire, the Kuei Empire and the Howling Sky Empire. Moreover, all the clans, empires and sects that Bai Di had interviewed had reached a consensus with the Chen Sect. At this moment, in the imperial palace of Howling Sky's Empire, the monarch of Howling Sky's Empire, Emperor Shao, was talking to Bai Di with a smile. Hee, all right. The emperor has agreed to this matter. Go back and inform your faction leader. When the time comes, you just need to inform him and the emperor will be at your beck and call. Ha, good. The smile on Bai Di's face widened. The wrinkles on his face suddenly appeared, making him look like a wretched uncle. Thank you, Martial Monarch Roaring Sky. I'll inform you when the time comes, but it'll take some time. Maybe 10 years, 50 years, or even 100 years. Hee, it's fine. For people like us, the last thing we lack is time. 100 years will pass in the blink of an eye. The moment these words were spoken, it was clear just how much they hated the Xian sect. All right, Martial Monarch Roaring Sky. I'll take my leave then. Seeing that Bai Di was about to leave, Emperor Xiao nodded his head in agreement. As expected, the shadow guard of the Chenkuan sect is not to be underestimated. I didn't expect him to leave without me noticing. At this moment, Bai Di's shadow was nowhere to be seen. Even Emperor Xiao, who had just finished talking to him, didn't know. Emperor Xiao was shocked by this. Looks like the Xuanzong sect is doomed. I wonder what will happen to the people of the Xuanzong sect when the time comes. If I can make use of them then. Speaking of this, Emperor Xiao recalled the scene of the Xuanzong sect's disciples being taken over by him after he conquered the Xuanzong sect. Time passed quietly. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Until the 4th month, Lin Rei, who was in the Devil's Den, was emitting a yellow halo. It was incomparably sacred, just like the halo behind the West Mountain Tathagata Buddha on TV. His entire body was sacred and peaceful. There was not a trace of cultivation on his body, nor was there a trace of immortal qi. It was as if, other than being a little mysterious, this person was no different from an ordinary person. However, if one was able to see through a person's body, then that person would definitely be able to see that every single muscle and every single cell in Linley's body was constantly growing in strength. Phew! Gradually, Lin Rei let out a long sigh and opened his eyes. A beam of light shot out from his eyes, which was an awe-inspiring sight. Sigh. It took me such a long time to reach the 6th level of the Tyrant Body Art. It's a bit slow. At this moment, Lin Rei's face was full of dissatisfaction. Little did he know that if someone heard Lin Rei's words, they would have the impulse to kill him. He knew that cultivating immortal qi and cultivating the body were two different concepts. Cultivating the body was much more difficult than cultivating immortal qi. And yet, even after spending such a small amount of energy, Linley still wasn't satisfied. Boy, be content. You're just starting from scratch. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Step by step is the way of the king. The little dragon in the system was very clear about Lin Rei's every move. When it saw Lin Rei's depressed look, it knew what he was thinking. However, it's not bad to be able to reach this level in 4 months. As soon as the system said this, Lin Rei was shocked. He didn't expect that he would cultivate for 4 months. Okay, it's already thousands of meters. Let's hurry up. I think I'll reach the end soon. After saying this, Linley didn't think too much about it. He began to walk towards the depths of the cave. At this moment, even if there were more sword qi, Lin Rei was no longer a concern. Even if he was cut by the sword qi, it could be completely repaired in an instant. Moreover, Lin Rei didn't use the Tyrant Body Art. It was estimated that before he could see the wound, it would have been healed as before. Therefore, the sword qi at this time was nothing to Lin Rei. 100 meters, 200 meters. When he was 600 meters away, Lin Rei suddenly stopped in place. His eyes were full of surprise. His mouth was so wide that it was big enough to stuff a goose egg into Lin Rei's mouth. Not only Lin Rei, but even the little dragon who had been following Lin Rei around looked at the scene in shock. At this moment, not far in front of Lin Rei, there was an immortal grass that was more than 1 meter long and 2 fingers wide. It looked weak and could be blown away by a casual gust of wind. But to Linley's astonishment, the dense amount of sword energy surrounding the blade of grass was actually emanating from that blade of grass. Furthermore, from the looks of it, there seemed to be no end to it, and it was constantly pouring out. Linley was extremely shocked by this, especially when he thought about how he had been using the sword qi emitted by the grass to temper his body. Lin Rei couldn't accept it for a moment. However, the little dragon's face was much more interesting than Lin Rei's. It was shocked at first, then it turned into astonishment, and finally revealed a look of ecstasy. It was so excited that its body trembled involuntarily. After noticing the little dragon's strange behavior, Lin Rei's face was full of doubts. He was very puzzled by the little dragon's excitement and the grass in front of him. Lin Rei was sure that the little dragon must know. Otherwise, the little dragon wouldn't be in such a situation at this moment. It would probably have gone into hiding long ago. Ha ha ha, Lin Rei. You're rich now, you know. Xiaolong, who hadn't spoken for a long time, suddenly spoke out. Instantly, Lin Li was at a complete loss for words. What did he mean by rich? Was it the grass in front of him? Hee, don't doubt it. Do you know what this grass is? Do you only know how this grass grows? If I tell you, you'll be scared to death. The little dragon's words were getting more and more enticing. Lin Rei was also getting more and more curious. Hurry up and tell me, don't keep me in suspense. Seeing that Lin Rei wasn't humorous at all, Lin Rei couldn't be bothered with him. Then, he told him what he knew about this grass. Swordgrass is a very rare creature. You already know its power. At this point, the little dragon glanced at Lin Rei from the corner of his eyes. His eyes were full of, you know what I mean. However, the real power of this grass doesn't lie here. It can be used to refine weapons, concoct pills, create formations, and other things that you can't even imagine. Lin Rei was shocked when he heard this. He didn't expect that such a small grass could have so many uses. However, Lin Rei didn't step forward to interrupt the little dragon. Instead, he let him continue. As I said before, this grass is very rare. Even in the celestial realm and the holy realm, it's very difficult to see it. This is because its cultivation method is very strange. It needs to use 100,000 of the best quality. It needs to take away the sword spirit as its foundation. Then, it needs to use the innate sucking sac as its supplement. Finally, it needs to use the mysterious crystal vein as its foundation. Hiss! Upon hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei sucked in a breath of cold air. He was extremely shocked. Among the things that the little dragon mentioned, Lin Rei had only heard of the sword spirit and the water spirit. Moreover, the water spirit happened to be the 5-elemental water spirit that Lin Rei needed to advance to the immortal emperor realm. As for the innate sucking sac and mysterious crystal, Lin Rei had never heard of them before. Of course, Xiaolong was very clear about Lin Li's knowledge of heavenly materials and earthly treasures. Lin Li didn't look for them. Apart from cultivation, all he did was cultivate. He didn't read any ancient books related to cultivation. Therefore, in the end, he couldn't help but explain them. In short, you just need to know that this thing is very precious. Moreover, since the sword grass, mysterious crystal, innate sucking sac, and water spirit are planted here, it means that the power of these things will belong to you. Chapter 403. Although Lin Rei was very excited to hear the little dragon's words, he knew that it wasn't easy to obtain these things. At the very least, he had to pay a price. Therefore, Lin Rei didn't care about the various temptations of the little dragon. He only wanted to know how to obtain these things and what the price was. Humph, no matter what you say, what is the price? Hurry up and say it. I don't want to beat around the bush with you. Sure enough, as soon as Lin Rei said those words, the little dragon immediately laughed. Haha, kid, not bad. You've learned to be smart. That's right. If you want to obtain it, you do need to pay a price. But, I didn't create it. It's the root cause of this sword herb. Root cause? The little dragon's words left Lin Rei a little confused. He didn't understand the meaning behind it. I'll be frank with you. It's easy to obtain the sword herb, but there's another characteristic of the sword herb that you might not know. What is it? At this moment, Lin Rei couldn't wait any longer. So what if there was a price? Now that things had come to this, what else could he do? Although the sword herb is a treasure of heaven and earth, but at the same time, after someone pulls it out from the place where it grows, it must be concocted into a pill or used for refining equipment within a month. Otherwise. For a moment, the little dragon's words left Lin Rei completely speechless. This is called a good thing? Isn't this cheating? However, when the little dragon said the last part, it didn't continue. However, the two of them who were connected by heart still knew what the little dragon was going to say next. Sure enough, the little dragon's next words were exactly what Lin Rei thought. As long as it isn't used in time, It will disappear from this world. Listening to Xiaolong's explanation of the swordgrass, Linli frowned. Although he really wanted to obtain the swordgrass, he didn't know how to preserve it. In terms of refining pills, he was only at the level of heaven grade. Even in terms of refining equipment, he was only at the level of immortal equipment. It would be difficult to advance any further. Therefore, at this moment, Linli was in a dilemma. He didn't know what to do with the treasures in front of him. No matter what they were, to the current Linli, it would be a waste. Linli didn't want to part with them, and in this moment, Linli's miserly nature completely erupted. Little dragon, tell me, what method do you have, or if there's anything that can prevent it from being wasted? As long as you say it, I'll agree to any conditions, okay? At this moment, Lin Rei was ready to risk everything. For the sword herb in front of him, even if the little dragon's problem was difficult, as long as he could complete it, it wouldn't be a problem. Of course, unless he had to provide heavenly treasures or other valuable things. Hee hee. Looking at Lin Rei's nervous expression and the little dragon's knowing smile, Lin Rei couldn't help but shudder. Since you said so, I can't not help. Sure enough, Lin Rei knew that the little dragon would have a better way, but he knew that the next moment would be a painful moment for him. He walked to the side, found a place where he could support his body, and asked, "Say it." Looking at Lin Rei's appearance, the little dragon said with a faint smile, "It's not that I can't help you, but what's the price? It's that you shorten your time on planet Aqua Blue by 30 years. This condition isn't too much for you. Of course it won't hurt you at all, so you should agree." That's right, when he heard the little dragon say that this was the price he had to pay, Lin Rei was stunned. He even began to wonder if the little dragon had changed. It still felt a little unreal. Ah! A scream came out of Lin Rei's mouth, and his eyes regained their clarity. It's true, it's true. As it turned out, just as Linli was beginning to think that it was unreal, he had used his hand to viciously pinch his own thigh. In the end, it had ended in pain. At the same time, Linli had also realized that this matter was real. However, when the little dragon saw Lin Rei's reaction, he was completely helpless and rolled his eyes. Regarding Lin Rei's actions, he couldn't wait to pick up a hammer and smash Lin Rei's head to knock him out. Do you agree or not? If you don't, then forget it. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me. The little dragon's words suddenly made Lin Rei anxious. He said eagerly, okay, I agree. I'll use 30 years of the mission in exchange for the method to preserve the sword herb or use it immediately. Okay. After the successful transaction with Lin Rei, the little dragon was in a very good mood. It's actually very simple. You just need to refine it into medicinal pills. Of course, you can also refine a portion of it into immortal artifacts. As soon as the little dragon's words left his mouth, Lin Rei seemed to have been struck by lightning. In an instant, his body froze on the spot. At the same time, anger welled up in him. He wanted to go forward and tear the little dragon apart. Originally, Lin Rei thought that the little dragon would have a better way, at least a few levels higher than his own method of refining medicinal pills. But he didn't expect that it would be equivalent to not saying anything. This was like being splashed with a bucket of cold water when you were having S*X with your wife. In an instant, all the desires disappeared. Even the future was a problem. At this moment, Lin Rei was in such a mood. Are you kidding me? Haha, I haven't finished yet. I asked you to refine medicinal pills and immortal artifacts, but I didn't say that you can refine them according to the immortal artifacts and medicinal pills you know. I'll give you the pill formula and the method of refining immortal artifacts. So, won't you refine them soon? Originally, Lin Rei thought that there would be a war of words. He didn't expect the little dragon to say such a method. In an instant, he recovered, stood up straight, and listened seriously. He wanted to see what was so good about the medicinal pills that the little dragon gave him. If it wasn't good, then it would still be useless. Pill formula, sword breakthrough pill, is a kind of king-level medicinal pill. It is refined with sword grass, spirit essence, black water, and several other precious things. But don't worry, I've seen these things just now. You have them all. Of course he did. Listening to the little dragon talking about the pill formula of sword breakthrough pill, Lin Rei was even a little surprised. Wasn't this the pill formula that he extorted from some disciples before? It was just that he didn't expect that it would be so coincidental that he could use it at this time. Okay, then tell me the method to refine celestial artifacts. I've just broken through to become a weapon refiner. It's impossible for me to break through again. How could the little dragon not know about Lin Rei's words? However, what the little dragon said next made Lin Rei completely convinced. Hee, I didn't ask you to raise your weapon refining level. The method I gave you is the method to refine celestial artifacts. Oh. Listening to the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was surprised. It was using sword grass to refine celestial artifacts. This was such a luxurious thing. If the old guys in the holy world and divine world knew about this, Lin Rei's heart would probably explode. The celestial artifact that I want you to refine is called Heavenly Battle. It's a kind of sword in a flute. It's a kind of flute on the outside, but the inside is a sword that radiates cold light. As soon as the words came out, Lin Rei's interest was piqued. He had seen this kind of thing on the planet where he lived. Moreover, it was on TV. He did not expect that the little dragon wanted him to refine this kind of thing today. Don't underestimate the sword in a flute. Although it's a middle-grade celestial artifact, it's in the same category as the Martial Emperor Divine Spear. It can be upgraded. As long as you kill more people, or according to some kind of breakthrough, it can be upgraded. Is there anything else? Lin Rei heard the little dragon's introduction clearly. However, when he heard that it could be upgraded by killing people, Lin Rei hesitated. Although Lin Rei was not a good person, he was not a homicidal maniac either. Therefore, when he heard the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was stunned and pondered. After pondering for a long time, Lin Rei finally decided to refine it. Firstly, it was because there was a good thing in front of him. He could not just watch it disappear between heaven and earth. Secondly, it meant that he could see whose hands the sword would be in. Therefore, Lin Rei made his decision. I'll refine it. Good. Listening to Lin Rei's answer, the little dragon was obviously very satisfied. Because at this moment, the little dragon was very happy. However, refining the sword in a flute requires materials. The most important material is the mysterious crystal used to grow the sword grass. Only the mysterious crystal can refine the sword in a flute. As for the flute, it requires a rare heavenly water jade. Lin Rei was stunned. He had already made up his mind. He did not expect that refining the sword in a flute would require such a good material. Especially the heavenly water jade. He had never heard of it, let alone find and refine a fairy weapon. As for the mysterious crystal, he knew about it and also knew where it was. Looking at Lin Rei's stunned expression, the little dragon knew what Lin Rei was thinking. Then, it told him what he wanted to know the most. Don't worry, I'll give you the heavenly water jade for free. As for the mysterious crystal, you have to dig it up yourself. His nostrils flared. Lin Li really wondered if Xiaolong had changed his personality today for him to act like this. However, it would be a waste to not take such a good thing. As the saying goes, a bastard who does not take advantage of a bargain. Okay, take it out. Damn. Before Lin Rei finished speaking, a piece of red, purple and green jade fell into Lin Rei's eyes. Apart from that, nothing else could enter Lin Rei's eyes. This piece of jade was simply too beautiful, so beautiful that Lin Li couldn't help but wonder if it was fake. How is it? Isn't the heavenly water jade beautiful? Let me tell you, this piece of jade is something that the best rulers in the holy world would fight for. This is a good news for you. When it said this, the little dragon pretended to be heartbroken. However, Lin Rei did not comment on the little dragon's acting because it was really bad. Chapter 404. Alright, stop pretending. It's been almost 200 years. Do you think I don't know you? Don't try this on me. In one sentence, he directly exposed the little dragon's act. Lin Rei couldn't avoid being rolled his eyes. Humph, you don't have a sense of humor. Other than guarding your money every day, all you do is level up. Tell me, what else can you do? After a moment of silence, Lin Rei ignored the little dragon's words and stared straight at the little dragon. Sigh. Alright, hurry up and find the glazed crystals. When the time comes, We'll first extract the sword in flute and then level up the elixir. Knowing the meaning of Lin Rei's gaze, he didn't nag anymore. Instead, he told him the plan he had in mind. All right. After saying that, Lin Rei came to the side of the sword grass and pinched it. In an instant, Lin Rei's whole body sank into the ground. Sigh, don't. Ah. The moment he saw Lin Rei's action, the little dragon wanted to stop him. Unfortunately, it was too late. I haven't said that this underground is the foundation of 10,000 swords that took away the sword spirit. If you go down so rashly, you may encounter danger. At this moment, the little dragon muttered. Of course, Lin Rei, who had entered the ground, couldn't hear it. However, what the little dragon said had happened. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. At this moment, Lin Rei's face was full of helplessness. Looking at the surrounding swords that took away the sword spirit and aimed at him, Lin Rei's back was instantly drenched in cold sweat. An ominous premonition arose spontaneously. It can't be. I can't be that unlucky. However, he was right. He was really unlucky. What he didn't want to happen had happened. One by one, the long swords flew towards him. Although they were underground, they were like fish in water, swimming in the sea. They were very fast. Mothaf asterisk cur, little dragon, you tricked me again. At this moment, the little dragon was viciously cursing the little dragon in its heart. And the little dragon was the one who suffered the most. If the little dragon knew that Lin Rei was cursing him in his heart, he would probably want to cry. On the other hand, Lin Rei was out of luck. If he had known earlier, he would not have been able to pass through the 10,000 swords with sword spirits. Humph, all of you back off. The flaming stream of 10,000 Law's sword instantly appeared in his hand, and a terrifying sword chi erupted. Of course, even if he didn't use the sword chi to suppress them, these swords wouldn't be able to harm him. However, it was better than nothing. The moment Lin Rei's sword chi erupted, the 10,000 swords instantly retreated as if they had seen an emperor, not daring to approach. Some of the swords even trembled violently when they saw the flaming stream of 10,000 Law's sword. After all, they had already been born. Lin Li didn't waste any more time with them. Instantly, he charged deeper into the forest. Along the way, whenever the flame cream 10,000 art sword drew near, all of the sword spirits that had been taken away would immediately retreat. Of course, the little dragon was also very clear about Lin Rei's current situation. Although he didn't follow him, as long as the system followed him, it was as if he was seeing it with his own eyes. Hee. I didn't expect this kid to be so resourceful. I just don't know if he can bring back the glazed crystal. I hope there are no guardian monsters there. 300 meters, 600 meters, 1,000 meters. When Lin Rei descended 3,000 meters, although he had never seen a glazed crystal before, Lin Rei was sure that what he saw at this moment was a glazed crystal. After descending 3,000 meters, a blue vein appeared in front of him. It seemed that this was the glazed crystal he was looking for. However, Lin Li didn't know that the higher the level of the heavenly materials and earthly treasures, the higher the level of the heavenly materials and earthly treasures, the higher the level of the heavenly materials and earthly treasures. However, at this moment, not far away, a snake of the same color as the celestial crystal discovered Lin Li the moment he entered the celestial crystal mine. It was waiting for an opportunity to attack. Perhaps because it saw the glazed crystal, it was so happy that it didn't even have any vigilance. Perhaps because the snake's level was too high, or perhaps because of other reasons, Lin Rei didn't notice that the snake was slowly approaching Lin Rei. With a bang, Lin Li's flaming stream 10,000 spells sword chopped directly against the arcane crystal. Surprisingly, not only did the glazed crystal not break, there wasn't even a crack on it. Even the flaming stream of 10,000 Law's sword that was on top of the glazed crystal was fiercely repelled. Lin Rei was shocked by this scene. Although Lin Rei didn't use his immortal chi, the flaming stream of 10,000 Law's sword was so hard and sharp that it couldn't even break the glazed crystal. Instantly, Lin Rei felt that something was wrong. His divine sense began to suspect that the little dragon hadn't told him everything. Ha! With a loud shout, Lin Rei released his cultivation of the middle stage monarch immortal. The chaotic scripture ran several circulations in his body to adjust himself to the peak. Then, he swung the flaming stream of 10,000 Law's sword at the same place as before. Bang bang! Just like before, there wasn't even a crack, let alone a crack. This Lin Rei couldn't help but feel shocked. If he had known earlier, his physical strength would have increased from 1 million gene to 3 million gene after he had repracticed the mighty body art. In addition to his cultivation, his physical strength should have reached at least 2.5 million gene. Unexpectedly, it didn't have any effect on the glazed crystal. Instead, it hurt his hand. What the hell is going on? However, just as Lin Rei was venting his complaints, a feeling of being stared at by death arose spontaneously. Lin Rei was very clear about this feeling. He had felt it more than once. However, now that he suddenly had this feeling, Lin Rei knew that it wasn't as simple as it seemed. The fire stream of 10,000 spells sword was put away and the martial emperor godly spear appeared in his hand. In an instant, Linley's aura underwent a substantial change. If one were to say that Linley was a modest gentleman in the past, the current Linley was a peerless killing god that lay amidst a mountain of corpses and a sea of blood. His hair fluttered without wind, and his clothes were bulging with immortal spiritual chi. His eyes were filled with killing intent and hostility, and his aura was terrifying. Especially the killing intent and coldness emanating from the martial emperor divine spear. Ordinary people might not be able to get close to Lin Rei before they were frozen to death. The feeling of death was getting stronger and stronger. Lin Rei scanned the surroundings with his divine senses, but he didn't find anything dangerous. Silent Thunder, the Silent Thunder Spear was on standby, waiting for danger to come. However, the blue snake, which was 3 meters away from Lin Rei, looked at Lin Rei and moved in an instant. Swoosh! There was a burst of sound as a sinister aura appeared. Linley, who had been accumulating power for a long time, felt the aura of Huxiao coming from behind him. He immediately turned around and executed Silent Thunder. Sizzle! Suddenly, blue thunderbolts were emitted from the martial emperor divine spear and charged toward the snake that was already flying in the air and charging toward him in an overwhelming manner. Bang! Bang! After the two sounds of collision, the blue serpent instantly retreated, while Linley remained where he was, staring coldly at the serpent, deep in thought. Similarly, Lin Rei was very surprised. Bad things happened every year, especially this year. Lin Rei didn't expect that there would be a living creature here. Moreover, its cultivation seemed to be very powerful. It could take his Silent Thunder head-on. It had to be said that Lin Rei loved and feared this opponent. Humph, you're suitable. Brother, I just came here to borrow some black crystals. I don't want to make a big fuss. How about, hiss? Like a roar, the blue snake stuck out its tongue and opened its mouth wide, as if it wanted to tear Lin Rei apart. As soon as this scene appeared, Lin Rei knew that it would not end well. Therefore, Lin Rei didn't talk nonsense. Humph, in that case let's fight. Since he had decided to fight, Lin Rei didn't talk nonsense. The moment he finished speaking, Lin Rei shot out like an arrow on a bow and came to the blue snake's side in an instant. Sparks flew from the formation as it clanged against the blue snake's body. After a while, Lin Rei knew that the snake's cultivation wasn't very high, except for its hard body. Lin Rei was relieved. Humph, in that case, go to hell. Even if your body is strong, so what? I don't believe that the illusory spirit blood fire can't melt you. Lin Rei seemed to have grasped the key point. In an instant, the illusory spirit blood fire appeared and threw it directly on the snake's body. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Sure enough, Lin Rei's guess was right. This snake really ate black crystals. That was why its body was so indestructible. In that case, Lin Rei wanted to melt it with the illusory spirit blood fire. Sure enough, at this moment, the snake let out a painful roar. Time passed little by little. Slowly, the blue snake began to melt bit by bit. However, the melting speed was a little slow. 1 day, 2 days. It wasn't until the 3rd day that the blue snake died. Seeing this, Lin Rei showed a happy smile. Humph, it's just a fight. You're still too inexperienced. But thinking of the time it would take, Lin Rei quickly turned his attention to the black crystals under his feet. Moreover, Lin Rei also thought of a way to get the black crystals. That was the illusory spirit blood fire. With a boom, the illusory spirit blood fire rushed out and began to refine the ground. Slowly, the originally hard ground began to soften. Upon seeing this with a swished sound, the Flame Cream 10,000 spells sword appeared in his hands. Taking advantage of the momentum, he stabbed it viciously into a soft spot. with a slash. Sure enough, the fire stream of 10,000 spells sword didn't bounce off the hard black crystals like before. Instead, it was inserted directly into the ground without any effort. The hand holding the fire stream of 10,000 spells sword turned and a fist-sized black crystal appeared. However, it was still not enough. Over and over again, it slowly rushed over. When Lin Rei felt that it was enough to refine the sword in the flute, he stopped. Chapter 405. Although he had gathered all the materials needed to refine the sword within the flute, Lin Rei was reluctant to leave the glazed crystal lode in front of him. Lin Rei wished he could dig out all the glazed crystals in front of him, not leaving a single drop behind. As the saying goes, it's shameful to waste. Lin Rei didn't want to do such a shameful thing. At this moment, Lin Rei truly understood the true meaning of this sentence. Babies, wait for me. I will definitely bring all of you out. After finishing his words, Lin Rei threw the glazed crystals that he had dug out into the storage ring. He looked at the glazed crystal lode in front of him reluctantly again, and then flew towards the surface at top speed. Of course, he couldn't avoid being attacked by the 10,000 sword spirits when he flew up. Fortunately, he had the fire stream 10,000 sword. Otherwise, Lin Rei might not be able to pass through the sword tomb so easily and return to the surface. Hee, you're finally back. The little dragon had always believed in Lin Rei's strength. Even if there was a sword tomb, so what? He was very confident in the person he personally cultivated. This confidence came from his own thoughts. However, after listening to the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was too lazy to pay attention to him. Then, he took out the glazed crystals and threw them on the ground. See if it's okay. If it's not okay, I'll go down again. Looking at the glazed iron on the ground that was like a small mountain, the little dragon was speechless. These glazed crystals could at least refine dozens of sword within the flute. You're really not satisfied. With so many glazed crystals, it's more than enough to refine a sword within the flute. Even if you want to refine more, you have to see if I can afford it. Do you really think the system is omnipotent? Just this piece of heavenly water jade is the best quality that is rarely seen in a million years. It's the existence of the Emperor in the jade. All right, hurry up and refine it. Hurry up and tell me the specifics of the refinement. I'll hurry up and refine it. I've already wasted some time just now. If I don't refine it now, it'll be a fool's dream to have a breakthrough in a month's time. Lin Rei didn't want to listen to the little dragon's nonsense. What Lin Rei cared most about at this moment was to have enough time and to improve the realm of refining pills. Then, use all your strength to refine the celestial crystal. Then, use half of your strength to refine the celestial water jade. Then, add half of your strength to refine the celestial water jade. Then, add half of the sword grass to fill it with sword chi. After the sword and flute are formed, use the celestial water to refine them. Then, drip your essence blood into them. Carve the high-level energy gathering formation, the killing formation, and the sound vanguard formation. Xiaolong slowly explained the refining method, but Linli felt a chill in his heart as he listened. It must be understood that the materials Xiaolong spoke of for the heavenly battle were all extremely valuable. For example, mystic water. Just mystic water alone was extremely rare, much less 10,000-year mystic ice. Every single one of these materials was extremely valuable, and every single one of them would be fought over by everyone in the immortal realm and the deity realm. Moreover, Lin Rei only had glazed crystals. He didn't even know what the glazed crystals looked like. Therefore, to Lin Rei, it was impossible to obtain them. Moreover, Lin Rei had never heard of the glazed crystals and the glazed crystals. If he wanted to refine them on the flute, it would be extremely difficult. Not to mention, they were very scarce at this time. I'll check. Are you okay? Where can I find the glazed crystals? It's okay if you say it's the glazed crystals. I've never even heard of the glazed crystals, let alone the 2 glazed crystals. Are you deliberately making things difficult for me? Tell me, are you deliberately making things difficult for me? The little dragon rolled its eyes at Lin Rei. I say, are you stupid? Since I've made a deal with you, the glazed crystals and the 2 glazed crystals are provided by me. Moreover, the glazed crystals are Emperor-level crystals. For you now, it's very easy. Hearing this, Lin Rei heaved a sigh of relief. He didn't have to make things difficult for him anymore. Okay, we'll do as you say. Boom. With a loud sound, a very large cauldron appeared 3 meters in front of him. On top of it, there were countless strange beasts. It vaguely gave people a feeling of being suppressed. Okay, hurry up and refine it. When you need those things, I'll take them out for you. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei immediately made a boom sound. The illusory spirit blood fire began to jump in Lin Rei's hand. In an instant, it reached the bottom of the worldly brilliance. Under Lin Rei's full power, the worldly brilliance was successfully heated up in a short time. Quick, now is the time. Put the glazed crystals in and use the illusory spirit blood fire with all your might. Refine the essence inside and remove the impurities. Compress and compress until there are no impurities left. Without any hesitation, the little dragon's words and Lin Rei's actions moved at the same time. Poof! 6 glazed crystals the size of a head were instantly thrown into the worldly brilliance. Lin Rei began his first refinement. Firmly guard your soul. Your heart is as still as water. In an instant, Lin Rei, who was originally a little nervous, calmed down after hearing the little dragon's words. His immortal chi was also more stable. Time slowly passed by. Lin Rei's forehead was slightly sweaty. His eyes were closely staring at the worldly brilliance. He didn't dare to blink for a moment. At the same time, his divine sense was also observing the situation of the glazed crystals inside the worldly brilliance. At this moment, after a period of refinement, the impurities in the glazed iron were slowly disappearing. Slowly, pure glazed crystals appeared. However, due to the hardness of the glazed crystals, even if Lin Rei used the illusory spirit blood fire with all his might, he still couldn't melt them in a short time. Not bad. In this short period of time, you were able to use the illusory spirit blood fire to refine the glazed crystals into this state. It's really not bad. However, if you want to completely refine the essence, you'll have to work harder. Boom. Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was just about to speak. Suddenly, a very pure energy came from his back. At the same time, the illusory spirit blood fire seemed to have sensed something. In an instant, the intensity of the fire increased by 3 times. The glazed crystals observed by his divine sense were melting at a speed visible to the naked eye. At the same time, Lin Rei didn't know what that pure but unknown energy was. Although Lin Rei didn't know what it was, Lin Rei knew that at this moment, besides the little dragon, there was no one else beside him. In this regard, Lin Rei's gratitude towards the little dragon in his heart grew deeper and deeper. It wasn't because of anything else, but because of his gratitude towards the little dragon. If it wasn't for the little dragon, perhaps he would still be living a very ordinary life at this moment. If it wasn't for the little dragon's help, he would have been killed when he was in the mysterious forest sky. If it wasn't for the little dragon, he wouldn't have been able to overcome all difficulties to come to the immortal realm. Even more so, it would be impossible for him to have the achievements he had today. Even more so, there wouldn't be the existence of the Xuanzong sect. Although Lin Rei couldn't repay this kind of kindness, Lin Rei had already secretly made up his mind. In his lifetime, he must help the little dragon find a way to break away from the system and help the little dragon become a human. At such a critical moment, you can still be half-hearted. Hurry up and concentrate. The little dragon's cold voice suddenly came. How many times did Lin Rei come back to his senses? He quickly concentrated his mind and began to refine the mysterious crystal. However, at this moment, it seemed that a strange scene had occurred. His divine sense discovered that the mysterious crystal at this moment was actually very pure. There was only a little bit of impurities that hadn't been removed. Seeing this, Lin Rei's mood became even more cheerful. In a flash, the remaining trace of impurities was also removed. Quick, withdraw the fire. After the little dragon's command, Lin Rei withdrew the fire. A piece of mysterious crystal the size of a human head appeared in front of him. Lin Rei, who was originally filled with joy, suddenly heard the little dragon's voice. Don't be happy. Heavenly water jade. Come. You have to put some effort into this thing. Otherwise, I don't have any extra for you. Whoosh. Without waiting for Lin Rei to reply, the little dragon threw the heavenly water jade directly into the universe of heaven and earth. half of the fire. Hurry up. In an instant, according to the little dragon's words, Lin Rei began to refine again. This time, Lin Rei felt a lot more relaxed, but he was also a lot more careful. Time passed quickly. After a while, a ball of pure jade liquid appeared. However, he didn't take it out. Instead, he added another piece of refined mysterious crystal into it. Then, the little dragon took out half of the sword grass and threw it directly into the universe of heaven and earth along with the mysterious crystal. Use the heavenly water jade to refine according to the appearance of the two in front of you. After everything is refined, use the mysterious crystal to refine it. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei didn't waste any time. He looked at the appearance of the flute and the sword in front of him. Then, Lin Rei began to refine according to their appearance. At this moment, it was just taking shape. For Lin Rei, it wasn't difficult. After a while, the sample that the little dragon took out appeared. He followed the little dragon's instructions and put it into the extremely precious mysterious crystal. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Suddenly, a burst of hot air rushed up. In an instant, the two items that had just been refined were successfully refined. Force out a drop of your heart's blood and add it. From now on, this treasure is yours. Even if you die, no one will be able to open it. This time, Lin Rei didn't immediately carry out the little dragon's method. This was because he was concerned about the blood essence. This was a matter of great importance. However, after hesitating for a while, he hardened his heart and used the chi of immortal spirit to force out a drop of his heart's blood and dripped it on the sky battle. Okay, now that everything is ready, I'm only lacking one thing. While I haven't finished refining, I'll carve 2 or 3 formations. When I'm done, I'll use the mysterious crystal of 10,000 years to complete it. Then, many unfamiliar formations suddenly appeared in his mind. Lin Rei knew that this was the little dragon's masterpiece. Therefore, Lin Rei didn't stop it and allowed it to transmit into his mind. Just these formations, you can carve whatever you want. Chapter 406. Listening to the little dragon's words and examining the dazzling array formations, Lin Rei was very tempted. He wished he could inscribe all the array formations on it, but he knew that it was impossible. Slowly, the array formations passed through his eyes. Then, the Sound Vanguard Array and the Advanced Energy Gathering Array appeared in front of Lin Rei. The Advanced Energy Gathering Array was an Emperor-level array formation. After being inscribed, it could be used to increase the user's cultivation and upgrade the grade of the weapon. The Sound Vanguard Array was an Emperor-level array formation. It could be activated by music and could kill people without leaving a trace. It was the ultimate killing array. The moment the 2 array formations entered his eyes, Lin Rei felt that the little dragon's recommendation was right. Then, Lin Rei didn't look at anything else and hurriedly memorized the structure of the 2 array formations. He opened his eyes and instantly grabbed the heavenly battle in his hand and began to inscribe the 2 array formations on it. However, although it was his first time seeing it, perhaps because he was careful, he didn't make any mistakes. However, it did consume a lot of his mental strength. The array formations were completed bit by bit, but the passage of time made Lin Rei panic. He kept thinking about the other half of the sword grass. What if the time was up? The little dragon, who had been observing him, was very clear about this point. However, at the same time, the little dragon was also worried about it. The swordgrass was something that only appeared once in a million years. It was very useful, especially when used in swordsmanship. It was a very good thing. No matter how good something was, it wouldn't be exchanged. Calm down. Otherwise, you'll lose the watermelon after picking up a sesame seed. The gains won't make up for the losses. The little dragon, who was worried about Lin Rei, hurriedly said to him. He didn't want to waste the heavenly battle for the other half. This thing was very precious. Sure enough, the little dragon's words made Lin Rei calm down quickly. He began to inscribe the array formations seriously. All the worries from before were swept away. Slowly, the energy gathering array was completed, allowing him to use the Sound Vanguard Array. With the first inscription, the inscription of the Sound Vanguard Array was much smoother. He only used half the time it took to inscribe the first array formation. However, what he didn't know was that 5 or 6 days had already passed when he was inscribing the array. In addition to the time before that, the 1-month deadline had already passed. Phew. I'm finally done. Hee, that's right. This is 10,000-year black ice. Hurry up and cool it down. After it's cooled down, he'll say that you're simply something unique. The final step was of utmost importance. Lin Rei didn't dare to lower his guard in the slightest. All right, got it. Lin Rei didn't waste any time and directly placed Tianzhan on top of the 2-meter-long 10,000-year profound ice. At the same time, the Yuan gathering formation on top of it activated, and all the high-grade spiritual energy in the surroundings was absorbed by Tianzhan and disappeared. Hee, I'll take care of it. When Xiaolong saw this, a smile appeared on his face. As a mid-stage immortal monarch, Linli was naturally able to hear him. All right, while Tianzhan is cooling down, hurry up and refine some heaven-grade elixirs to increase your alchemist level. There's not much time left. You must finish it within 5 days. Otherwise, you won't be able to refine the sword-breaking pill. The little dragon's words instantly made Lin Rei nervous. All right, I got it. After saying that, Lin Rei sat down cross-legged and the illusory spirit blood fire appeared in his palm. At the same time, some materials for refining heaven-grade elixirs appeared and were stored in jade boxes. Using the heavens and earth as a cauldron, involving the spirits of the 4 directions, to condense the spirit of fire. In an instant, some materials for refining heaven-grade healing elixirs appeared in his hand. Without using any cauldron, he started refining the elixirs out of thin air. Time passed little by little. With pure alchemy experience, the water element elixir, a heaven-grade healing elixir, appeared. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for refining the water element elixir. Experience points increased by 30 points. The host is still far from a breakthrough. The sound made Lin Rei speechless. However, Lin Rei was surprised that the water element elixir could give him so much experience points. Then, he started another round of refining. Ding dong! Experience points increased by 30 points. Ding dong! Experience points increased by 30 points. Experience points increased by 30 points. Slowly, Lin Rei refined one cauldron after another. However, as the number of times he refined increased, the experience points increased from 30 points per cauldron to 15 points per cauldron. Lin Rei felt helpless. Looking at the pile of water element elixirs beside him, Lin Rei gave up the idea of refining more water element elixirs. No, if I continue refining like this, I'm afraid the experience points will be 0. Since I can't refine the water element elixir, I'll refine the fire element elixir. The water element elixir will heal my injuries. The fire element elixir will recover the consumed immortal qi. After making up his mind, he started refining the fire element elixir. Time passed slowly. Soon, the fire element elixir could not be refined anymore. Then, it was the earth element elixir, the metal element elixir, and finally the wood element elixir. In this way, Lin Rei refined all kinds of elixirs. However, he still could not break through the level of alchemist. This made Lin Rei very anxious. Hee, Lin Rei. Have you forgotten that there is another type of elixir? I guarantee that after you refine it, you will definitely become a king-grade alchemist. Just as Lin Rei was worrying, the little dragon's voice sounded like a lifesaver. In an instant, Lin Rei was overjoyed. All the haze from before was swept away. Quick, tell me, what kind of elixir is so powerful? Lin Rei urgently wanted to know what other elixirs he had yet to refine. However, he had already refined all the heaven-grade elixirs that he knew of. He was very curious about the elixir that the little dragon was talking about. Yin Yang Pill. What, Yin Yang Pill? Hearing the name of the elixir that the little dragon said, Lin Rei was stunned. He had never heard of such an elixir. Not bad, Yin Yang Pill. Hearing the little dragon's affirmation, Lin Rei was immediately curious about what this Yin Yang Pill was. Yin Yang Pill, it can make you very happy. It is also a very good elixir. As long as you refine it, you can break through the level of alchemist. Although the little dragon's explanation was very tempting, when it mentioned the elixir, an evil smile appeared on the little dragon's face. At the same time, Lin Rei suddenly felt that he had been cheated. However, in order to break through, Lin Rei did not hesitate and directly asked the little dragon for the elixir recipe. Then come. However, this time, the little dragon did not ask for any fees and directly threw the recipe to Lin Rei. There must be something fishy about this. In response, Lin Rei hurriedly received the elixir recipe. When he looked at it, his face suddenly turned red. What kind of elixir was this? This was clearly something that could help a man and a woman to have sex in the bedroom. Lin Rei really did not expect that the little dragon would ask him to refine such an elixir. Haha, how is it? It's okay, right? Seeing Lin Rei's deflated look, the little dragon was very happy and laughed heartily. Go ahead and refine it. Imagine the sword grass. Refining the yin-yang elixir is nothing, and it will also be very helpful to you. I remember that you haven't lived with your wife for hundreds of years. At this point, the little dragon looked at Lin Rei's lower body with a suspicious gaze. Suddenly, Lin Rei felt a chill. He did not expect that the little dragon would be so clear about his condition. All right, I'll refine it. As long as it can help me break through, I'll refine anything. After saying that, Lin Rei immediately began. He took out all the ingredients needed to refine the yin-yang elixir and immediately began refining. The yin-yang elixir was commonly known as an aphrodisiac in the mortal world. However, the yin-yang elixir's medicinal properties were very strong. Unless the person reached a certain realm, there was only one result after eating it, and that was death. The yin-yang elixir required yuan-yang grass, fire ganoderma, and some other ingredients that were extremely nourishing. Looking at this heart, Lin Rei was somewhat helpless. Slowly, Lin Rei calmed down and instantly released the illusory spirit blood fire. He threw all the ingredients needed to refine the yin-yang elixir into the illusory spirit blood fire. According to the formula of the yin-yang elixir, he quickly refined it. He did not dare to make a single mistake. Otherwise, the furnace would explode and the most miserable person would be Lin Rei. After the furnace exploded, all the herbs used to refine the yin-yang elixir would be scattered in the air. Lin Rei was the closest person, so Lin Rei had to be careful. Although the unformed herbs did not have much medicinal properties, they were still very insidious things. Time passed by little by little. The illusory spirit blood fire seeds medicinal herbs were all refined and began to slowly take shape. The elixir is done. In an instant, a mesmerizing medicinal fragrance appeared. Instantly, Lin Rei's eyes began to hallucinate. He even felt his body begin to heat up. As soon as this scene appeared, Lin Rei bit the tip of his tongue to wake himself up. Then, he took out a medicine bottle and put the yin-yang elixir into it. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for refining the yin-yang elixir. You have gained 300 experience points. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for achieving full experience points. Do you want to break through to the king-level alchemist realm? Hearing the system's voice, Lin Rei smiled. Although he was a little confused before, after hearing the system's words, his face was full of smiles. Okay, level up. Ding dong, okay. Host, please wait a moment. Alchemist level up. Hearing this, Lin Rei stood up. Breaking through to the next level was from the system. He did not need to do anything at all. However, thinking of the cooling sword and the flute, Lin Rei quickly stood up and went to the 10,000 years black ice. At this moment, the sword and the flute was full of sword chi. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei smiled. Hee, it's finally done. After saying this, Lin Rei's hand immediately grabbed the sword and the flute. There was no obstruction. After the sword chi sensed Lin Rei's aura, the sword chi instantly scattered in all directions. Boom! He grabbed the sword and the flute and placed it in front of his chest. His other hand also grabbed the other end of the flute. As he pulled, a long sword that was emitting cold light appeared in front of him. The flute was warm and soft. Lin Rei was a little reluctant to part with it. Looking at the long sword that was emitting cold light, Lin Rei had a slight urge to use this sky battle sword immediately. Chapter 407. Clang. A sword humming sound could be heard, causing the blood in Lin Li's body to boil and boil. His desire to do battle skyrocketed, and he wanted nothing more than to fight against someone who was on par with him right now. Haha, alright, hurry up and keep it. It's not enough to use the sky battle now. Although you know the innumerable sword technique, You don't know anything about music. It's better to wait until you find a suitable music attack in the future before you use it. Moreover, the Sky Battle has its own elemental gathering array, so we'll talk about it when its level is higher. Feeling the vigorous fighting spirit, the little dragon knew what Lin Rei was thinking. So, hearing the little dragon's words, it was not without reason. He looked at Sky Battle longingly, then put it into his ring. That's right, since your level has increased, you should hurry up and refine the pills. I wonder if you can handle the last few days and complete the refining task. At this moment, the little dragon was very worried that he could not refine the pill within the last few days. If that happened, the other half of the swordgrass would lose its effect. Regarding this, the little dragon could not help but remind him. Sure enough, after hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei's face showed urgency. Without hesitation, he sat on the ground. All right, then hurry up and start. Although I've just increased my level, I hope I can refine it as I wish. Otherwise, my heart will ache to death. As he spoke, Linley took out the ingredients he needed to make the Swordbreaker pill. He didn't want to make any mistakes in his haste. Don't worry, I'll watch from the side. When the time comes, listen to my command. I guarantee that it will be successful and will not fail. Looking at the little dragon's confident look, Lin Rei did not have any doubts. Because the Sky Battle Flute had already proven everything. Boom! In an instant, the illusory spirit bloodfire shot out and arrived at the Heaven and Earth Huayu. As it warmed up, it was ready to refine the sword-breaking pill at any time. Not long after, the Heaven and Earth Huayu was warmed up. Then, the little dragon's voice sounded. Quick, let's refine the essence of the swordgrass first. Almost at the same time, Lin Rei hurriedly threw the other half of the swordgrass into the Heaven and Earth magnificent universe. The moment it entered the cauldron, Lin Fan's mental strength froze the swordgrass in the air. Then, the illusory spirit bloodfire surrounded it. At this moment, Lin Rei could not afford to be careless. Moreover, the fire was not very strong. Lin Rei controlled it well. It was neither too big nor too small. It was as if he knew what else to use. Not bad, Lin Rei. I didn't expect you to be so proficient in controlling the illusory spirit bloodfire. I have to say, I'm very impressed. Under the influence of the illusory spirit bloodfire, the soul and the soul essences instantly woke up and began to struggle to break free from the illusory spirit bloodfire. However, would Lin Rei give it a chance? Boom! In an instant, the illusory spirit bloodfire soared several times. A miserable roar of a beast was heard. However, after a while, the sound of the demonic beast became weaker and weaker until it completely disappeared. When it completely disappeared, Lin Rei knew that it was time to crush the soul essences and combine them with the essence of the swordgrass. Bang! The soul essences were crushed into powder by the illusory spirit bloodfire. Then, 10 drops of black water were thrown into the worldly splendor by Lin Rei. Ha! Suddenly, Linley's magical seal suddenly shifted to one side, and a magical seal that was completely incomprehensible, yet filled with mystery and speed, appeared. Fuse. Up until now, the pill refinement process had been very smooth. There hadn't been the slightest mistake. Linley was very satisfied with this. However, he knew that the greatest credit for this was Xiaolong. If it wasn't for Xiaolong, he wouldn't have been able to enter the Devil's Denver. If it wasn't for Xiaolong, he wouldn't have been able to open the pill refinement array. Therefore, the little dragon's role was very important. In short, without the little dragon, he wouldn't be where he was now. Poof, poof, poof. In the worldly splendor, the 3 different materials began to slowly fuse together. Even though their attributes were different, the tempering of the illusory spirit bloodfire had already changed. Boom! In an instant, a muffled sound came from the worldly splendor. Then, a very fragrant smell penetrated the air. In an instant, Lin Rei's realm was rapidly increasing. Damn! Is this even possible? Feeling the pleasure of his cultivation increasing, he was very surprised. He didn't expect that this kind of medicinal pill had not been successfully refined. Now, just by smelling the medicinal fragrance, it could increase his cultivation by so much. What would happen if he successfully refined it? Thinking of this, Lin Rei's excited cousin continued to think. He was afraid that his state of mind would become unstable. At that time, the gains would not make up for the losses. Okay, stop dreaming. You will only know the benefits when you eat it. However, now is not the time. Quickly throw in the heavenly spirit grass and the spiritual origin grass. Then, the two materials were thrown in by Lin Rei. For these materials, the moment they entered the cauldron, the illusory spirit blood fire turned them into meat paste. The leaves of the Fire Valley tree. What, the Fire Valley? No, the attributes are very different. If it was before, the water and wood attributes were still okay. But now, the attributes are very restrained. Are you sure you want to add the leaves of the Fire Valley tree? Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei instantly exclaimed. He didn't know the little dragon's purpose, but he still understood the principle of the 5 elements restraining each other. Hee, don't worry. This is the last one. Add the leaves of the Fire Valley tree, but you have to use your heart to refine it. You have to refine it until there is only 1 drop left. Then you can fuse the medicinal pill. Otherwise, everything else will be wasted. Although he didn't know the little dragon's intention, Lin Rei didn't refute. Instead, he smiled and followed the little dragon's instructions. This meant that Lin Rei believed in the little dragon. Boom! In an instant, the illusory spirit blood fire began to refine the leaves of the Fire Valley tree. Time passed little by little. The leaves of the Fire Valley tree also began to melt into liquid. Slowly, from 3 drops, it became 2 drops. When it finally became 1 drop, the little dragon's urgent voice instantly sounded. Quick! Fuse it with the previous one. Otherwise, everything will be wasted. Ha! He shouted and complied with the wishes of the little dragon. Although he understood in his heart, time proved everything. Slowly, the concentrated essence began to fuse. The medicinal fragrance was carried out by a gust of wind and immediately reached Lin Rei's face. The moment he smelled the medicinal fragrance, Lin Rei's spirit shook and produced a strange feeling. I didn't expect this medicinal pill to be so powerful. It can actually draw out the sword energy in my body. Don't be careless. Concentrate and fuse the medicinal pill at full speed. Just when he was feeling surprised, the little dragon's voice suddenly sounded and instantly woke Lin Rei up. And I know. Don't worry. After saying that, his eyes focused and a majestic immortal chi instantly integrated into the heaven and earth and fused into the medicinal pill. Yin-yang fusion method, fuse for me. After a loud shout, the medicinal pill in the furnace began to quickly take shape. Time passed slowly. Not long after, the sword finally succeeded in breaking through the core. The medicinal pill is formed, keep. His movements were very smooth and graceful. This was no longer refining medicinal pills. This could be said to be an art. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Chapter 408. The sound of something breaking through the air rang out. In an instant, the pill bottle that had been prepared beforehand was lifted up, and the flying pills automatically entered the pill bottle. Bam! There was a loud bang. Just when he thought that there would be no problem and that he could keep the pills in his storage ring, a strange sound occurred. The pill bottle containing the sword-breaking pills instantly exploded, and the fragments scattered in all directions. Damn it, what's going on? This sudden turn of events caught Lin Li completely off guard. He was instantly startled. Hee, you idiot. You don't even know this? This is a sword-breaking pill. It's concocted from sword grass. You want to store it in this ordinary bottle? Aren't you being too hasty? Fortunately, the 3 sword-breaking pills were pills with spirits. The moment the pills broke, they stopped in the air and the spiritual energy on them was not damaged at all. What, there's such a thing? However, when he thought about it, it made sense. Just the sword grass alone had taken him a long time to reach it. Now that he had refined it into a pill, it would be a piece of cake. Thinking of this, Lin Li felt relieved. Then tell me, what should I use? I can't eat it now. Lin Rei's words left the little dragon completely speechless. Can't you just put it in the system storage basket? I say, is your brain? As he spoke, the little dragon completely lost his temper. He didn't know what to say anymore. Knowing that he had made a fool of himself, He stored the 3 sword-breaking pills in the system the moment the little dragon told him the solution. Hee hee, it's finally done. Fortunately, I used up all the sword grass in less than a month. Otherwise. Alright, stop wasting time. Even though you've refined it, it's still impossible for you to consume it. You don't practice the sword Dao, so I'll tell you once I find a suitable medicinal property. For now, let's just hurry up and continue. If I had known, you would have to return to planet Aqua Blue in less than 100 years. Listening to the little dragon's urging, Lin Rei also became nervous. Then, without saying anything else, he stored the worldly splendor into the system. After packing up, he continued to move deeper into the demon's den based on the previous appearance and time. They should be reaching the end soon. However, Lin Rei's heart ached for the glazed crystals underground. That was a mine. To Lin Rei, this was a huge amount. If he could store it all in his blanket and turn it into an immortal item, how much would that be? Even if he used it to buy it, how much would he sell it for? Although he was reluctant to part with it, Lin Rei was even more curious about the things in the depths. However, what Lin Rei didn't know was that while he was gone, Wang Kuei and Wang Wen had already gone crazy. After Lin Rei disappeared, they searched everywhere. Some of them even sent messages to the dark operation in the headquarters of the Xuanzong sect and asked them to send people to the immortal realm to look for him. However, after such a long time, they didn't find any trace of him. This caused the entire senior management of the Xuanzong sect to be in an uproar. A month after Lin Rei disappeared, Jinan came to Waning Moon City and found Wang Kuei and Wang Wen to ask about the situation. When he found out that his father had gone missing, he went crazy and searched for him frantically. He even thought of the Bai family on the continent. Because they had destroyed a branch of the Bai family, they couldn't help but suspect that the Bai family was related to Lin Rei's disappearance. Moreover, it wasn't just the senior management of the Xuanzong sect. Not long after Lin Rei disappeared, the news of his disappearance spread throughout the immortal realm. Everyone was ready to take action. They wanted to take down the Xuanzong sect in one fell swoop when the Xuanzong sect was leaderless. However, all those who wanted to take over the Xuanzong sect chose to lay low after careful consideration. This was because they weren't sure about the real strength of the Xuanzong sect. Based on the 9 celestial emperors that were shown during the Xuanzong sect celebration, no one believed that the Xuanzong sect's high-profile rise only had 9 celestial emperors. However, they couldn't imagine that the Xuanzong sect had a total of 9 celestial emperors at that time. Moreover, they had shown them all at once. Peace returned to the immortal realm. However, the people of the Xuanzong sect split up to look for Lin Rei. Everyone chose to watch the show. However, what they didn't know was that their sect leader Lin Rei, who many people in the immortal realm wanted to kill, was riding on a horse's hooves in the depths of the Devil's Den in the depths of the Xiaoya city. He was riding happily. His face was flushed, and he was humming a tune from the planet Aqua Blue. He was very comfortable. I have a little donkey, but I never ride it. One day Hey boy, can you stop singing? Although you're very happy, don't disturb my sleep. You know, it's very tiring to deal with your affairs every day. Lin Rei, who was originally quite happy, heard the lazy but annoying voice of the little dragon. For a moment, Lin Rei rolled his eyes and stopped singing. Alright, don't be so stubborn. Since you're awake, watch the road for me. If you have nothing to do, you'll just sleep. Since Xiaolong was resting, he might as well take a look and see if there was any danger in the road ahead. You're exploiting me. Do you know that? You're exploiting me. As soon as he finished speaking, he saw a sharp gaze. He immediately shut his mouth and looked at the road ahead of the Devil's Denver. He didn't say a word and was very obedient. Seeing the little dragon's expression, Lin Rei laughed and waited for the little dragon to give him an answer. Lin Rei paused for a long time to observe the little dragon's facial expressions while waiting for an answer. However, he found that the little dragon was as calm as ever, as if telling him that there was no danger ahead. Seeing this, Lin Rei didn't wait any longer. He directly strode forward. As he moved forward, Lin Rei's 5 senses were completely blocked out. At the same time, his divine senses were constantly scanning the area within a mile of his body, in case of any sudden changes. Haha, don't worry, kid. There's nothing wrong ahead. Go ahead boldly and don't worry. There won't be any mistakes. The little dragon's words sounded familiar to Lin Rei. It seemed that he had said the same thing when the sword aura appeared. However, as soon as he finished speaking, Lin Rei sank into the ground and said the same thing when he went to dig for glazed crystals. When he heard this sentence, Lin Rei couldn't help but feel nervous because he had been tricked by the little dragon. Therefore, he had to be more careful. Otherwise, who knew what would happen? Looking at Lin Rei's indifferent expression, the little dragon knew what was going on, but he didn't say it out loud. As the saying goes, things don't always go as one wishes. After a long journey, Lin Rei began to believe the little dragon's words. Suddenly, Yi Xiang happened. In an instant, when Lin Rei took a step forward, the entire space seemed to be painted with blood. The surroundings were incomparably red, sending chills down one's spine. Even Lin Rei would be frightened by this sudden attack. *CK. Yi Xiang's sudden appearance caused Lin Li to instantly take a step back in shock. But then, as though sensing something, he returned to his original spot. However, for some reason, he felt a cold sensation on his back, as though something was staring at him. However, the little dragon, who was following Lin Rei, blushed even more. He had just said that there was no danger, but now... Haha, little dragon. You're really something. You're so good at tricking people, aren't you? Previously, it was the sword aura and the mysterious crystal snake. What is it now? What? I really don't know. This you see for yourself. I'll go back first. After sensing his predicament, the little dragon decisively disappeared from Lin Rei's sight and returned to the system. Ugh. The little dragon's actions made Lin Rei even more speechless. He didn't expect the little dragon to be so shameless. He didn't dare to guarantee that there wouldn't be a second Lin Rei in this world. However, although the surrounding space had turned blood red, there wasn't any danger. Therefore, Lin Rei let go of his nervousness and walked forward vigilantly, ready to fight at any time. However, Lin Li found it extremely difficult to take even a single step forward. It was as though every step he took would lead to danger. Little brat, who are you? Why are you here? This sudden voice caused all the hairs on Lin Li's body to stand on end, and the cold feeling on his back grew even more intense. The voice was full of vicissitudes and sadness, but Lin Rei could feel that the other party was very powerful and mysterious, giving off an unfathomable feeling. Of course, this was just a voice that Lin Rei casually heard and a temporary feeling. He didn't know the specifics yet. Tell me, who are you and why are you in this devil's den? Lin Rei tried his best to calm down and shouted into the air. Ha ha ha, little brat. You're very brave to be able to come here. Normally, people who come in can only walk to the corpse to end their lives. Some people are even directly obliterated by the sword aura emitted by the sword grass. I didn't expect that after so many years, someone could still come here. Indeed, the heavens didn't forsake the way of the master, and the heavens didn't forsake the inheritance of the master. Hiss. Listening to the words of the mysterious voice, Lin Rei was completely shocked. How many hundreds of millions of years had it been? This place had existed for so long. In this regard, Lin Rei's mind was full of questions. At the same time, Lin Rei didn't know what kind of person this mysterious voice was, and what kind of person was this master that could make a voice exist for so long and still be so powerful. Senior, I've offended you just now. It's really my fault. Senior, please don't take offense. As the saying goes, when you see a person, you speak human language. When you see a ghost, you speak ghost language. When you see a person stronger than you have to answer with the words of a weakling. Of course, the standard of a weakling in Lin Rei's mind was the kind that Lin Rei couldn't fight back at all. You're tuning in to the Xueqi's Martial Arts Saga YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.